there it goes. Now it's working. Interestingly enough. But it didn't show up.
Hi, Momo. Welcome in. Hello, Blister. Hi, Black Blood.
Hello. But of course that's still not working.
We don't have any background music at the moment, hon.
Hopefully that's working. I just started it.
There we go. Yep, and it sounds like it's at a decent level. If there's any audio issues today, if you guys could just let us know, we'd appreciate it.
Please. And, okay.
Oh, I realize I've got my different PNG on there. I can change that back.
I mean, if you want to, you can leave it. Either way's fine.
Either that, or I could transform into my ultimate form. Remember.
Okay. Chat, please. Please work.
It's showing up on stream side.
It's not showing up on my side.
Oh, interesting. I can see it. We can just do what I do normally, where I read out the chat to you. It's too much Riz. Damn straight, Black Blood. Damn straight. And I'm glad the sound's working well.
It might be a little too loud.
I think.
It might be a little bit better.
Here, do you want the... I'll give you the
No.
chat link.
I got it
and
working.
you'll
It
have
literally was working on Tuesday. I don't know why it's not. Maybe I have to refresh. Oh, because I'm looking at the wrong chat. I'm looking at Test Stream 2.
Interesting.
Not the correct chat.
No.
There we go.
Okay, now you can see?
Now I can see it. Boom. All right.
Good.
Chat's back.
Hello, everybody. You can see me. Excellent. Oof. Oh, I know. But he couldn't see. I could see.
See,
him
but
just
I'm
fine.
blind.
No. You just were looking the wrong way.
All right. Now for the bane of my existence for the next month.
Hi, Tabby.
Hello, Tabby.
Quick, it's time for me to turn into a transformer. Yeah.
Not that. Stupid project.
Did it.
Let's see if I even remember how to put this together.
I'm a goddamn car. Back I go. Let me turn off the audio so I don't get confused.
Oh,
Excellent.
yes. That is definitely something I was supposed to do last time. Did I even do that? No. No, because I decided that was too much work and I did not care. Excellent.
No, that's not what happened to Jay. What happened to Jay is he got hit by a truck and then got isekai'd and turned into a truck. I just have the option of turning into a car. I'm like a convertible.
Wait, are you the truck that isekai'd Jay?
No, I turned into your car.
Oh. My car, isekai'd Jay?
Campbell. Oh my god. No, he got hit by a truck coon. It's like one of those Japanese, like, transport trucks.
I'm just gonna
And then you
pretend
turn
I know
into
what
one for a
isekai
while
means.
So isekai means, it's like a genre in anime and shows where somebody gets hit by a fucking truck or dies, and then they get transported into a different world.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how it goes. So like somebody will get hit by a truck and then they get transported into a fantasy world where there's suddenly like a night where they replace somebody in that world. There's a lot of different isekais. There was so many isekais that people started saying it was like a super played out trope.
Fair enough.
That's true. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon is a good example. It's just if you were actually dead as a human and you just rebirthed as a Pokemon.
Oh, so it's reincarnation.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Why not just call it reincarnation?
I think that's what isekai means.
Oh. Why don't they speak English? No, I'm just kidding.
Enjoy your lurk, Tabby. We'll be here, and I know you'll be listening. I hope you enjoy your food, whatever you have. Tasty.
I am not doing this. I don't need to do this.
You don't need to do the fancy pouches.
I'm not doing the plush pattern. I like the plush pattern, but boy howdy, I'm not doing the plush pattern.
You, if you did, it would add another like $30 to $40 per pouch.
Don't talk me into the plush pattern.
I'm just saying. I mean, it's an option.
I really just would like to not have to slick all of the leather I have.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I still have the suede issue.
Yeah, you're right, Black Blood. There's an anime called Zombieland Saga where the
Zombieland, like the Zombieland that had.
No, it's an anime. It's separate.
Oh.
But basically,
so that had
girls
Woody Harrelson
die.
in it.
No. But these girls die, and then they turn into zombies and rise from the dead and become idols. And their whole thing is trying to make sure that nobody ever finds out that they're actually zombies.
I see. Huh.
Yeah. It's funny. There are some real funny moments, especially in the sub. No, the dub. The guy who is supposed to be like their handler, the person who's like the manager of the group, is just batshit. It's funny. There's like one scene of him rushing them all. He's like, nope, don't stop. Just keep going. Everybody in the truck, go. And he's just like yelling at them all to all go into the van so that they can go away.
Oh, I've seen that meme!
Yeah, I showed you that one, yeah. That's because they're zombies and he didn't want them getting filmed.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I don't remember if he's supposed to be like a necromancer or something.
Wait. Wait. So they're zombies. Okay, fair enough.
Hi, Josh. Welcome in.
Welcome. So if they're zombies, does that mean that they need to eat people, or how does this work?
I don't know if they actually go over that, if they need to eat even. I haven't seen it. I've seen bits and pieces.
I feel like
so
the
I know,
music's
like, the
still
base.
too loud.
You think so?
Because I feel like I'm shouting.
A little bit on the loud side. Like 20% lower.
Moment. Oh, it's gonna make me do it. The picture-in-a-picture crap from like 30 feet away. There we go. That should be good.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Blackblood says, I think they talked about it for a few minutes and then never mentioned it in the series ever again.
Yeah.
Girls from Zombieland Saga.
I mean, as far as anime goes, I watched Totoro for the first time. That was fun.
We just watched that the other day.
I did not know that Totoro was supposed to be a troll.
Yeah, that's... Totoro is to roll.
I didn't know that. I don't speak Japanese. I barely speak English. And I speak even less in German.
We should watch Ponyo next. I want you to watch Porco Rosso. I think you'll find it fun. We have a lot of... You've not seen a lot of the Ghibli films.
I've seen Princess Mononoke. I've seen bits
Away.
and pieces of Howl's Moving Castle. Not the whole thing. And I've seen Spirited Away. And that's it.
Oh, here we go. As zombies, it's not necessary for the girls to eat, sleep, go to the bathroom.
I know
have
it's not a
any basic
Ghibli film,
human
but I've
needs.
seen Once Over the Garden Wall. Does that count?
No, Over the Garden Wall does not count. It's an American-made thing.
Okay, I'm gonna cheat a little bit because I have to do this in 2 separate leathers, and the black leather is a lot easier to do first. So we're gonna do.
We're gonna start with the
We're
black.
gonna do with the big, thin black leather,
Excellent.
which is just these
Thank
2
you,
pieces.
Hyde. I take it you're probably heading to bed because it's quite late over there. It's nice. It's nice to see you though.
One of these days, Hype, I promise I will stream sooner. I work a lot.
It's an 8 to 6.
Sometimes later. If you
Sometimes
consider
later.
traffic.
Yeah, that's true. I don't see why we don't get paid for our commute.
Don't get me started on that.
Only a little cheating, Blackwell.
Oh, I do all kinds of cheating. I do plenty of cheating.
All of this will get put into the belts regardless. It's just a matter of where the different colors are.
And also where I start, basically.
Yeah.
I could do all the cutting at once, of each piece, one at a time. I'm not doing that. Oh yeah! I bought a piece of discount buckskin. So this is apparently a whole skin. For $6 whole. And boy, it looks like whoever took care of this animal did not do a good job. There's a lot of ticks, a lot of injury.
Not good.
This was an old.
Not good quality.
This is a small animal, but it was very old when it passed. Because the skin is very dry.
It's also very yellow in the camera.
That's no, it is yellow. That is buckskin is naturally yellow. This one did not come from a hamburger, but it was on sale.
Nope. And cheaper materials is good for us. At least right now, since you're not making money back on them yet.
That's correct. Right now, everything is
Upfront costs.
yeah.
Hopefully, eventually we will eventually get you working on a Ren Fair counter.
I don't know what that means.
You know, like going to Ren Fair and actually selling all of this. The reason why you're building up stock.
Oh, yes. Oh, you mean like a time, like on
A
in the corner of how
stall
many
is what I
days?
mean.
Got it.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Eventually. Okay. Now, this piece of leather is. I need a lot more space than I've got. Move this stuff for now.
Oh. Well, I do hope that you get some good rest tonight. Make sure that you're eating well enough, and make sure that you're drinking plenty of water, Hyde. I care about you, bro. I don't want you getting worn away.
Seriously, get some sleep. Make yourself well. There's no need to run yourself ragged. Okay, I have this whole side now that's completely blank. That should be enough
Alright,
space.
I know that there was a mine.
I don't need my gloves right now. Those over here. Okay. I have no idea what piece I was cutting from before. So hope that's apparent. Yep, there you go. I just want to point out that this piece of leather stretches like my entire room here.
Isn't that one of the ones that your dad...
Yeah, I don't know where he got these. He bought these, the rest is sold, a long time ago. I've got about 20 of these. And that's not even an exaggeration of like entire hides. I don't know what to
cow,
do with
right?
them. I think it's cow.
cowhide?
It's as thin as goat leather, but it's definitely bigger than a goat.
watered buffalo.
It's called coral. There's a sticker. It's called coral black. So that's whatever the dye is, but I'm assuming it's cow. It feels
Just a thinner variety.
Well, the weird thing is, it feels like the back of the hide feels like cow, but the top feels almost like deer skin. So it's hard to say.
It's tough with old leathers, especially when they're not labeled.
It's tough in general.
Well, that and, it's ancient as hell. So.
Yeah, this leather is...
Oh, sweet. I just noticed your phone's out on the side. You might want to move it. I can see it light up.
Yeah, I got an Amazon package delivery.
Nice.
I don't know what it is.
I can find out. Oh, did you get your door panels?
No, those aren't coming in yet. So
Friday?
No, they've not been shipped yet. I've been notified that they are shipping soon, which means I have them in stock finally, so I can finally finish my back doors on my car. I don't want to talk about how much they were, but that money...
Oh, it's the sewing machine gears.
What sewing machine gears? Oh! Oh, right. The sewing machine gears that I definitely did not eviscerate upholstering my seats. Funny story, did you know sewing machine gears are made of plastic? I didn't.
Yeah.
I wonder what they were made of back in the day.
It's cheaper to mold them than it is to have to, cut them out of metal.
But see, the inside of it's made of steel. It's just the,
Right, but it's a steel tube. The rest, the fins of it have to be plastic, because otherwise you can't get the shape.
I suppose. Okay. I'm not expecting to actually start attaching any of this stuff today. And the reason for that is I have to go to my local upholstery shop this weekend and buy glue for 2 projects. I also need to find a liner for another project.
They don't make a lot of things like they used to, Josh. You're right.
I did find out, however, that I have an old 19 or 1800s Singer in my mom's storage, I guess. I don't know what to call that room. She has a room in her house that's it's kind of like a spare bedroom, but there's literally no room to walk.
It's just little?
No, it's just filled to the brim with fabric and crap. You've been to my house. You've been to my mom's
you're talking about the
house.
sewing room.
The sewing room. That is a very small room, but it's supposed to be a bedroom. It was my childhood bedroom.
Yeah, technically any room that has a closet is classed as a bedroom.
Okay. Oh.
My mom used to be a real estate agent, so the whole distinction between office and bedroom really mattered when it came to prices that you'd get on houses. But if you need a 2-bedroom and you get a bedroom and an office, just buy a dresser. It'll be fine. Or one of those rolling little standing closets. Those work just as well. And then you don't have to pay the extra money for an actual full bedroom. Sometimes it's cheaper.
I am running into a slight issue with this old leather. It has
It's wrinkly.
Yeah, it's held form for too long, and it's not wanting to lay exactly flat.
Do you have any weights that you could put on it? Like a mason jar?
No, but I'm gonna buy leather weights soon. Ideally, I'd love to have enough room to just hang this stuff so I don't have to fold it.
True. A jar of beans.
No, that's a new one. No.
I think you were trying to say interesting Black Blood. Misspell it to sing. I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt. I haven't thought about that.
Guess what's inside it?
You! Oh no. What's my dirt that I keep for the dirt man? In case he
That
comes to
song
town.
has been stuck in my head all day. Do not start. Do not start with me. Yeah, well, it's not 5mm.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh,
Trying to say
no.
it's too strong. Gotcha.
Is it 4mm? Scheisse.
Don't worry, autocorrect hates Kobold too.
Oh, don't even get me started with that terrible, terrible design.
You know, if you just typed instead of sliding, it would have
Swipe is easier!
Okay. I agree. I agree. He refuses to believe me, but I agree.
What? I didn't see it.
Blackwood says.
No,
Swipe
it does
sucks
not.
ass.
It is. Listen. I'm actually really good at swipe. It's just
So,
my keyboard,
Blister.
because of Duolingo, is
It's
stuck
German.
in German. And when you try and type words in English on a German keyboard, it
it
freaks
doesn't work
out.
so well. To answer your question, Blister, so on touchpad or like touchscreen things like cell phones and tablets, you can opt to do a swipe option. So instead of tapping on each of the letters that you want to do, you swipe your finger across the whole keyboard so you don't have to lift your thumb up. But the issue is, as he said, he's got a German keyboard, so you can change your settings in the. There's like specific keyboard settings that you can go to where you can put different languages in.
Except
He
not
doesn't know
on
how to
my
switch between
crappy iPhone. No. On my Android, it was fine. This crappy
I
iPhone
offered
is.
to show you how to fix it.
It's fucking region locked!
It doesn't even save you time. I'm gonna be real. It doesn't save you any time.
Listen, I went from typing on a phonetic keyboard, like the old school 1 equals A, B, and C, 2 equals D, E, F, to swipe.
I've offered to teach you how to switch it back to an English keyboard, but you won't listen. Because then you're like, but it's effort if I ever want to do Duolingo again. I'm like, when are you going to do Duolingo again?
I don't know. But I'm gonna do it eventually. The damn owl
On my
keeps, like,
PC, I
creeping outside my window.
yeah. On my PC, I have it to where I'm able to switch between Japanese and English keyboards, yeah. That's nice. Blister says their phone has a button to switch between languages instantly when typing.
That's cool. My phone's from like
That's pretty
2008.
baller. Yeah, yours is what? iPhone
5.
7? 5. iPhone 5. Which he only has because of Disney.
And now I have to get a new phone because it doesn't even work anymore.
Yeah. Mine worked. You just have to keep it close and not lock the phone while you're using it.
Yep, which is stupid. Defeats the purpose of the app. I'm waiting for that Disney sponsorship. I'll never get it because I cuss
No.
like a sailor.
It's never
But-
gonna happen. You keep cussing. Although they did let somebody say fuck in one of the recent Avengers movies.
Was that Robert Downey Jr.?
No, it was Chris Hemsworth, I think.
I don't know who that is.
Look.
I was just
Captain
assuming it
America?
because it. Oh, okay. It just felt like something that Robert. You know what? That man.
Is it Hemingway?
I don't know what his name is, but I will say that Captain America fought Nazis. He's allowed to say the F word in a Disney film. Fight me. I'm not wrong.
Yeah, Japanese keyboard has a lot of cute little emotes that you can do. I like them. They're funny. They're silly. Real silly hours. We also have lowered the latency today, so you may see that we are responding to stuff a little faster.
Hopefully.
Nice. He figured out how to do it. And so
I can also lower it if it's still too long. I can do the ultra latency. But it makes it so that you can't, if you watch in like 1400 resolution, or which I don't even think I'm filming in, or
like
it also
Super HD.
It doesn't let you. It will stop it, and you can't. I think it said that you can't do a screen resolution higher than 720 or something like that.
Gotcha.
Which is, I mean, that's just YouTube needing to be upgraded.
So apparently it was Chris Pratt, and it was in Guardians of the Galaxy. It was the other Chris.
I don't care for Chris Pratt.
The Chris Pratt?
I don't find him that funny.
No, he's also kind of a dick.
I mean,
Kind of a huge dick.
well,
Why are most of the Chris's in Hollywood just absolute dicks? I've never understood that. It seems like that happens quite a bit. Yeah, that's completely valid, Blister.
I would argue that Chris's throughout biblical history have been con men and untrustworthy.
Yeah, it depends. But yeah, no, it's the both of them not very great. I also confuse them a lot. I don't know if it's just because, you know, they're both in Hollywood, or if it's that they look kind of alike, because they're both just kind of generic white guys, but I don't know. I don't know. I get them confused a lot. Alright, first piece down.
Well, it's not removed yet. I'm just pulling the tape.
Yeah. Wait, but wouldn't it be better off to leave the pattern piece on there so that you could cut the holes easier? Or are
Already
you just gonna
did.
whip? Oh,
Oh, I did
or
forget
not cut the holes.
I
but-
forgot to punch those.
Yeah.
I forgot to punch just those 3. Okay, that's fine. I know it's gonna be this one anyway.
You're gonna switch to the hammer. It's 2. It's not 3. It's 2. Because
Yes.
3 breaks it.
Correct statement.
You don't have to. Tippy tappy time. Not as hard of a tippy tappy this time because it's thinner material. When we get onto the brown stuff, we're gonna have to have some heavier tippy taps. Oh yeah, don't you also have to do those on the other side?
No.
Oh, just on the one?
Yep. This is liner material, so what this ends up getting done, which is why there's no holes around the edges.
Oh, this is on the back side.
Yeah, all of this is liner material. But that just makes it easier for the rivets to go through.
Wouldn't you need this backwards then? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said anything.
No.
No? Okay.
No, because they're opposite.
Okay, I just had to make
Yeah,
sure.
they're opposite. So, okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
false alarm! False alarm.
All right. we're good. I got really worried.
It does seem like
almost-
something I would do, though.
Yeah, almost caught you. Almost caught you lacking. Blackblood says even I felt the panic for a second. You know, when you're in the whole just working, you're in the mental mindset of like, oh, I'm just cutting out this thing like I'm supposed to. Sometimes you don't really pay attention to what you're doing.
You
because
know,
it's like
unlike a lot of
autopilot.
stuff, this doesn't come with instructions. So
Yeah,
a lot of this is
autopilot. For
you
you.
either watch it to, like a video on how to do it, or you just do it and hope that it fits. Leatherworking, for some reason, leatherworking, in general, is unlike sewing, unlike crocheting, is completely, other than like a fair few, run by old people who have been doing it for years, so they just decided that nobody else needs to learn how to do it. So,
Is your cutter dull? Do you need to replace the blade?
no, I'm going slowly so I don't... This is very thin.
Okay.
I'm just going slow.
True, crocheting is similar to that, where it's like it's super hard to find. Like,
yeah. Crocheting,
proper-
but crocheting, they'll at least give you the instructions of like, hook 1, loop 2, hook 1, loop 2. For like...
Yeah, but bitch, I don't know how to hold the thread. I don't know how to.
Oh yeah,
hold
no,
the
it doesn't
hook.
tell you how to do this. In leatherworking,
My-
we don't
my
even...
hands don't
all we
work
get
for
is a
crochet.
pattern, most of the time, and half the time it doesn't come with holes. If it even comes with
And-
patterns. Like,
And if you didn't know how to lace, you'd be SOL.
Like, and if you want to make your own stuff, right, with sewing or crocheting, right, you get a general idea of what to do. With leather, it doesn't stretch, it doesn't pull. You can't, like, make it
It's not
into
Lycra,
weird shapes.
yeah.
It doesn't work like fabric, so...
Especially
Exactly,
even with the
Blackblood.
thicker
You
ones.
make it up as you go along. And if it's wrong, no one else will know that except for the professionals, and they don't watch me. So,
So far, you are the professional.
I mean,
It's just like with how we did your.
I do
combo
this for a
builds.
living. I just don't. Oh yeah, that was winging it 100%. You did a good job with that patterning while I was at work.
Thank you. I made the pattern for him. It took a while. Took a lot of adjusting on my part. I feel like I could have done.
You made a good.
some
It was a
parts bit
basically you made a pepakura, and I did have to alter it a little bit to
Yeah.
make it work with the leather, but like you basically made the pepakura, and I just draped the leather to match.
Yeah.
And I felt bad that I had to those horns you made. I felt bad that I had to take those apart.
better. I know it took me forever. You will have one 70-year-old guy join and hit you with the back in my day. Very true. And yeah, that's true, Josh. Just so
And
long
then
as it
he'll
works.
die.
Yeah.
Who's gonna tell me when he's dead?
Back in my day, it doesn't work if he ain't around, bud.
Back in your day, there was lead in fuel. So I'm
In
not gonna
paint.
trust. I'm not gonna trust what you. I have microplastics in my blood, bro. I'll live forever.
Yeah, I like that quote. If it's stupid, but it works, it ain't stupid.
You should see how my car is cobbled together.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of old mechanics, at least the stuff that you work on, is like that. It's very much.
Well, it
You
works.
work on it. Yeah, it does.
My
You've had to.
in,
come up with a
in
lot of
2 of my 3 cars, my windshield washer fluid is in a mason jar with a hose stuck in it.
Yeah, that's a good one. With the aquarium hose, yeah.
Yeah, it works. It works, and I use an aquarium pump to make it spray the water onto my windshield.
Doesn't work great. But,
It
I
works
mean,
fantastic. The problem is it works too good, and it sprays over my
the
windshield.
wrong way. Yeah.
But
It
if I
turns
just
into a
kind of
water
tap
fountain.
the button a little bit, it sprays it perfectly. Okay, I'm tired of this. Scissors.
It ain't broke, don't fix it. Works when you have stuff that is working. Blackblood says, what in the redneck hell? I love it. Talking about your mason jar fix.
Oh my god.
It's not the only time.
Honestly, the number of times I've put household appliances in vehicles just to make them work is tremendous. Hell, I remember when I was a kid, my dad used to, we had this really terrible RV, and it was sold to us as a brand new... Oh, yeah. Oh, significantly so. It was sold to us as a brand new engine inside of an old, like, 70s RV, and this was in the 90s, so old. Super old by now, but we don't have it anymore, obviously. It would break down every single trip we took it, even if it was just down the street. And I remember being, like, 4 or 5 years old, watching my dad rip the radio out of the console, strip all of the wires out of it to rewire the starter motor. And he got the car running, and then said... Mind you, we were in a snowstorm. Let me make this worse. We were in Nevada, in the middle of a snowstorm. So we pulled up to where you gotta put chains on, and the CHP goes, you have to turn your vehicle on to put chains on. And we had to pay the CHP guy like $200 just to keep his mouth shut and let us do it with the engine running.
Ugh.
Which, that was a lot back in the 90s. I mean, well, no.
Yeah.
I mean, he was letting us break the law. I'm not going to call the man a dick. What he did saved us, because if we'd have turned that RV off, it would never have started again. And essentially it didn't when we got to California. We had to stop it to put fuel in. It did not restart, and we had to have it towed the rest of the way home. But we got it over the mountain, which was the important thing, and we got it back to California. Moral of the story, your radio has enough wires.
Why did it need to be off?
To fill the fuel? Because it was an older...
No, for the chains, I think.
Oh, for the chains? It's just I guess it's just a CHP regulation. I don't know. I can't tell. I was 6. I don't know. I can tell you why we had to turn it off at the fuel station. Because, you know, old cars tend to ignite, and also... This was the 90s when cell phones could actually still spark gas tanks. Because, you know, antennas and all that. I actually don't know if that's a true statement.
Take everything we say with a grain of salt.
Like, I don't know if that was even possible. Like, I just assumed that was true, but I don't... It's kind of like watching gasoline explode in a let me ruin Hollywood for people. Watching gasoline barrels explode is not physically possible. Gasoline barrels do not explode.
Nope.
But
the gas from them is highly flammable.
Nope, the fumes. Only the fumes are, which is why when you...
Yeah, the gas off of them.
Yeah, the gas off of the gas. That's why I was confused.
Yes, you're good.
Yeah.
The evaporation is what is flammable.
Correct.
The liquid is just, it'll make it.
So the way that gasoline combusts in an engine, because if you think about an old car, you have a carburetor that is literally just like a water fountain that will dump fluid into the cylinder. It's the compression that turns the fluid into a gas, which makes it combustible. So liquid gas is not flammable, but compressed gas is. Kind of like when you compress, I don't know if anybody did this when they were a kid, when you fill like a little bit of water in the bottom of an empty water bottle and you twist it and it starts getting smoky. It's kind of like that, where it turns into a gas and it makes it more volatile.
Blackblood says, I've left it in and it didn't blow up. Every time I put gas in a military vehicle, it's been on.
But military vehicles usually run dark, so they don't have as many active electronics in them. In military vehicles, you don't typically have like low band radios. You don't typically have you don't have high band radios. You have lower band radios. Simpler lights, simpler everything, because they're meant to be built on like quick. Technically speaking, I guess you could fill a vehicle without it blowing up a gas station. It's probably not the best idea. Military
Better to
vehicles
not risk it
are
than-
kind of the exception because military vehicles are designed to be filled while running. Because, you know, if you're filling your tank and suddenly you're attacked, you gotta get the hell out of there. It kind of makes sense to do that. But in civilian vehicles, it's different. Science! Welcome to Kobold Science Hour. Gas explodes!
Sometimes. I've seen people leave their cars on while pumping the gas and just sit in the front and fill up.
Yeah, those are dumb people. Those are dumb people because
Yeah,
and let me okay, so there's another reason why you don't do that. Those fuel pumps, if your vehicle is sucking gas down, A, your gas tank will not register correctly, and B, it can cause those to overflow because it's never got enough pressure pushing back against it.
Plus, there's the risk of, if it's not actually in the car proper, the vibrations of the engine can cause the gas
Yeah, and if you have a dog shit
nozzle
running,
to fucking fly out.
if you have a dog shit running vehicle that shakes like hell, yeah, absolutely. But
And then
I wouldn't know nothing about that.
and you haven't even noticed.
Wouldn't know nothing
Yeah,
about that.
Oh, jeez, no. No, we've got good running cars, don't we?
I do now. I mean, always have.
Blackwood says most army stuff runs off something called JP8, and that's jet fuel.
Jet
Smells
fuel,
like pig
yeah.
For some reason. Abrams also has a helicopter engine in it.
So genuinely speaking, one of the vehicles I've always wanted to own, and I will own someday when I have just a convenient amount of $5,000, because that's just how much they are for some reason. I really want an old AMG, I think it's M35A2, but I don't want the bobbed ones. I want like the 6-wheel drive troop transport with the old school multi-fuel engine it from the 70s. So I can put anything in it. Gas, diesel, corn oil, jet fuel, just whatever I'm feeling. Used motor oil, whatever I'm feeling like should go in the tank. Where did my hole punch go?
You've got a couple of them sitting there.
Not this, the silver
Is it
one.
under the leather?
No. It was under.
Did it fall down?
We're good.
Okay. Good. I do think that having the lower latency is definitely helping. Makes it to where you can see the chat a lot faster. But we were not so delayed in responding to things. You okay?
Yeah.
Wrong pipe?
Yep.
I just had that happen too. And then I got accosted by a fly.
Hopefully you didn't get attacked by the, confronted by the homoflag detective.
Homoflight detective? I suppose I can send that in memes.
Nobody will understand. Well, maybe Blackblood would understand it. No one else would understand it. No, I don't think anyone in here is.
Columbo memes are going around.
I don't know why. No one in here is old enough to know what Columbo is. Uh-oh, camera froze.
It's a good show. It's a real good show.
Columbo? You've seen. Surely you've seen Columbo, or Mrs. Columbo.
I will post it in memes and memes.
Give me just a second. I have to. I'm gonna click stream offline and then main again because my camera froze.
Well, can't you just turn off and on your camera?
I would
Or
not,
like
no.
unplug it?
Ye-
Oh,
Maybe?
I mean,
I'm afraid to do that
unplug it.
because I'm worried it'll try and download drivers again. It'll just be a quick. That did not. That did not work. Okay. We're gonna do the unplug and plug back in method.
To answer, Columbo is an old 1970s detective show where the main guy, his name is Lieutenant Columbo.
He's a lieutenant of the LAPD.
Yep, and he looks like a bum, and he has a glass eye, but I swear, me and him both agree that glass eye has
100%.
been gifted to him by the gods.
Because it doesn't tell him how they did it, and he has to try and convict them, but he knows who that murderer is every time.
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
You've never seen Columbo? You should watch Columbo. It's a good show. It's available on
I'd recommend it to him.
Prime now, for free.
Yeah, Amazon. Not Twitch.
We were streaming it through other purposes.
Other
I
means.
can't say the name, but everyone knows. Okay, which one is my camera? Darn it! Is it this one? I've unplugged 3 things now, and the camera has yet to go dark.
Not that. That's the microphone. Oh.
Am I back?
Hello? Yes, we can hear you now. Or I can hear you.
Why did the camera not turn off? I'm confused.
I wonder if, let me see in OBS how you do that.
Hold on.
Because I'm wondering if you just toggle your video capture.
Josh, you were probably too young. I remember watching reruns with my grandmother back in, like, 96. And the show was already at least 10 years old at that point.
It's a good show, though. I really like it. It's cheesy. It's definitely camp. But, I mean, like, it feels, like, really fun to watch. You just gotta be okay with it being silly for a bit.
Okay, properties. Deactivate when not showing. Okay.
Camera went down.
Hey, I don't know what I did, but I fixed it. We're back.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're back.
good.
Yeah, I don't know what I did,
Sick.
but we're back.
All right.
The
camera had a bit of a stroke for a second.
I need a better camera.
Yeah.
It's bad enough. It's already.
I don't know if it's the camera.
It's already a seizure cam. I need a better camera.
Yeah. We'll have to invest in one.
I found out that it does the glitching thing because it doesn't have enough a high enough screen refresh.
Oh, so we need to get a better refresh rate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll be on the lookout then. Well, I wonder if instead of trying to use a webcam, if we get like a
GoPro?
Yeah.
Because GoPros are stupid expensive and webcams are like $20.
Well, now hold on. It doesn't have to be a GoPro. It can be something like a GoPro. And I'm thinking if you have something that's actually on a tripod that you can set up.
Just leave it there. I'll come get it later. Thank you. That little package should be your sewing machine gears. Sorry for that.
You're good. You don't need to have it be a.
I need to get one of those signs that says with the red recording.
Recording.
Thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently there's a big box out front. I don't know what it could be.
Alright, let me check on that.
I order something from Amazon, maybe? eBay? Wait.
Oh,
Wait.
yes. Yep.
Something else from Amazon?
Yep.
Okay. I wasn't supposed to be here till tomorrow, but whatever.
We'll figure out something to use. We just gotta look into it and figure out which ones will actually have a decent enough refresh rate to work.
Yeah, if I ever get as many viewers as Tabby or May, I will absolutely be causing seizures with this camera. So.
Yeah, that's very true. Well, I know the other day you were worried about only getting 20 views on a stream, but you've got 30 people subscribed to you, so that's like almost, 70% of your viewership.
It was like one of those things of like, I felt worried about it because I had taken into account like how long I was doing it, and other than that month-long hiatus for no reason, realistically, there was a reason, but it's not really, I guess, as far as work goes, it's not a good reason.
Well, no, hold on.
But
it's absolutely okay to take hiatus.
I know, but what I'm saying is like, it stilted any progress I had. I even got emails from taking me down from where I was from YouTube, saying I don't post enough.
Well,
so
it'll be okay. Don't get caught up in the numbers. You're still getting started out.
Oh, I know. I'm not.
I'm just saying, don't let it discourage you. Everybody has slow growth at the start, unless you're Mayray, and then who knows what happened.
Poseidon.
Yeah, Poseidon. Realistically, yeah. It's crazy.
So someone explain the lore to me. It is. What about, like, I get Poseidon is okay. I know Aquaman's bad. What about Neptune?
I don't think she knows about Neptune. I would imagine he'd be there. Well, him and Poseidon are the same thing.
Okay, so they're the same, but
One's
they're not
Greek,
the same.
one Roman.
They're the same, but they're not the same.
Yeah, because the Romans decided to come along and be like, well, listen, we don't really like Poseidon very much. We'll name it something else. Just like Heracles being taken, or like Hercules being taken from Heracles. It's all just,
lies and slander.
It was them redefining what the mythos was.
Basically, Roman's bad. Greek's good.
Romans, yeah. She wants Pangea back, is what Boy says. Gotcha. Also, hello, Boy. And hello, Cosmic. Good to see you.
Hello.
Just trying to make Pangea come back.
Yeah. Could you imagine the politics system we would have if Pangea was still a thing?
It would all just be one big landmass.
Dude, let's be real. Is anybody in here from the UK? If you are, A, you should be asleep, and B, do you really want to be attached to the same continent as Americans?
Blackwood said 1, kill Aquaman, 2, reform Pangea, 3, deliver mail.
Wait, but if you reform Pangea, there's less ocean.
Yeah, but then she...
But
right, it makes it to where she doesn't have to deliver to as many people. She's delivering mail to the people in the ocean.
Oh,
and
shit.
She's got to go between many different seas.
That makes so much sense.
For Mary the Milkman. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she'd vouch for that. It's either the milkman or all of the hot babes from.
How come no one has
80s that she
done?
wants.
Maybe this is just me. How come nobody's done fan art of the milkman as a ray, like the milk ray? When it's like a cow patterned ray.
Because that's not what the milkman is. Milkman is Tumblr hot boy fodder.
I understand, but you could give it the same cloak as May has.
That's true. The RimWorld playthrough she did accidentally was Pangea. Yeah, it generated. I want to try RimWorld. It's just too expensive for me.
I don't know what RimWorld is.
I don't think you would like it. It's very strategy based and takes a long time to get anywhere.
Okay, well, I'm okay with strategy based. You forget I really like Fallout 1.
It's all top down. And it's like
lost me.
micromanaging a civilization.
You lost me. I listen. I lived through top-down era. I do not wish to go back to it.
I know. That's why I said you probably won't like it.
I'm spoiled
picked
with
up
3D
so quickly.
first-person games. I don't even really care for third-person, honestly. But
But what about second person?
what is second-person?
So second person would be if your camera is somebody tailing your character. You're not controlling them. You're not actually controlling them at all. They are watching your character.
So
and they are
wouldn't
doing
that
their own thing.
technically make it what third-person cam is? Where it's like the auto cam?
Because third person cam is still solely focused on just your guy. You are controlling it. You have control over it.
Yes.
That's not what this would be. So there was one game that I've seen that has actually done second person cam, which it was you are in a car chase and you're controlling the car in front, but the camera is one of the people trying to kill you, and you're watching your car being controlled, but you're not controlling the car that you are in.
That makes me feel ill. I'm glad that more games don't do that.
That's like what I'm like when I'm having my dissociations. It's like I'm watching somebody else control my body. It's not fun. Like, I'm trying to make moves, but it doesn't happen.
Taking care of children? Oh man, definitely lost me on that game.
Yeah, well, no, it's the
irony here is I went to school to be after I gave up on being an engineer, I started taking teaching. I'm a few classes off from being an elementary school teacher.
Yeah. But with RimWorld, it's
More shit I've done.
Yeah, that's true. Went to school for engineering. Got a what is it? Paralegal?
I'm a paralegal, yeah.
But with RimWorld, you generate a world. The world has history. You get a couple guys. It's like how FTL is, where you get a couple guys. But
Okay.
instead of being on a spaceship, you've got an entire world, and you've got to like build a base that you can defend. But you don't actually really control what the people do, and they can get themselves into trouble and get hurt really easy.
So basically it's Warcraft 3, but like you ignore your peasants completely?
But you can control them. It's just you don't by default. It's you have to go over to them, select them, and then tell them what they can and can't do.
So it's
And they
Warcraft
still
3.
might not listen. Yeah.
So it's Sims.
It's not like The Sims. It's not 3D. It's all 2D.
Wait, but they
it's top-down.
cannot listen. That's what made me... So it's Sims.
Kind of, but they don't mean to not listen. It's like May was really struggling because her guys kept walking into this same cave that was infested with all of these like man-eating bugs. And when she tried to go send one of them to go rescue one of her other guys that had walked in there, they walked directly into the cave, even though there was another route that they could have done, which would have been shorter. You can't, like, you'd have to, like, tell them, okay, go here, go here, go here, instead of saying, go rescue the guy, because then they're just gonna figure out whatever direction they want to go, and normally it's in the way of danger.
Excellent.
Yeah. I don't think you would like it at all. I think it would be too much micromanaging for you, and I think you'd, like, give up right away.
My middle name is Danger.
I also don't think you'd like Dwarf Fortress, but that's old as hell. Dwarf Fortress is from when, like, the solely text-based games were around, but it's text-based game where the entire map is made of, like, ASCII.
Huh?
You don't know what ASCII is?
No.
ASCII. It's, where...
Thank you for spelling it. I still don't
each
know.
symbol is, like, a different thing. So it's just a big box of text, but each part of that text box is... It's like a whole map, but it's all just little text symbols. It was really... Oh, no. Josh says, there's quite a few endings in RimWorld that you can get, but they're pretty hard to get. I had a run that ended because my guy got upset that a girl didn't want to talk to him, so he ran into a cave with bears and died, ending the run. Man.
God.
Yeah, I don't think you'd like that game. You have less control than you do in mini golf.
Say no more.
That's a good way I'd put it.
Say no more?
That's not gonna fit. The corner's gonna be cut off.
No, won't.
No? The
It's
little...
Just barely.
Okay.
Oh, this is oversized. This is significantly oversized, just FYI.
Oh, got it. So it's got a,
Like, this
seam
is
allowance.
just sitting... Yeah, this is... You glue this to this because leather stretches.
Gotcha. Okay.
This is one of the few things that I glue.
I have 2 songs that I could hum, but it would make you upset because you'd be like, I just got that out of my head.
Is it the Dirt Man?
There's the Dirt Man, and then there's Olay, 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 one day was a bit different. Mama called me disappointment, Papa called me fat. It's a good one.
It's a very good one. Love that song.
When they get upset, it's over because you can't control. Yeah, they can go into rage modes, or like if they get attacked and they get dazed, they just do whatever the fuck they want. And then sometimes they can go mad and start killing your people, and that happened in Maze Run.
Excellent.
One dude was so hungry he went mad and started attacking and killing like turtles and fish around. And
I would also be mad if I was hungry. It's a slight inconvenience to me.
But he then started attacking her dog.
Hello, Focal.
Hi, Focal. Good to see you. I'm glad you're feeling a bit better today. I know you were feeling real yucky for the past week or so. But yeah, so she had this dog in the little civilization, and this dude who they had rescued went mad and started attacking everybody and tried to kill the dog, and the dog somehow managed to kill the dude. And everybody in chat was going fucking nuts because they were just like, let's go, dog! Yeah! That was pretty cool. But, yeah, no, it was bad news. Bad news bears.
See, but when that happens in real life, they put the dog down. This is bullshit.
Yeah. Not good. Oh, God. Ah! Yawn. In good news in our streams, we have improved our latency so we can actually talk to you a little bit more in real time. And yeah, I understand. You're still a little icky. He said you were... Oh, you also got alcohol. Alcohol. What kind? What kind of booze? What's your poison of choice for today? Got a coffee rum.
Eh.
Eh?
Eh.
Eh. Not your choice, honey.
Eh.
Your choice is always whiskey.
What can I say? I'm just a cowboy.
He's got beer and peach pie wine. What is peach pie wine?
I'm so sorry for you. My condolences.
I guess I get wanting to vary the flavor of the alcohol with sweet because he can't really taste much because he's congested. Maybe that's what it is. Haven't tried it, was curious. We have a company near me that has a birthday cake wine. And it supposedly tastes like a cupcake. It's not actually made of birthday cake.
I will not drink that. I refuse.
It's like a flavored liqueur.
I will not
actually...
drink that.
I'm not asking you to. They have mead. Why would I make you drink that? They
A
have
funny
regular
story. Mead is really good for ailments. It's good for what ails
Yeah,
you.
because it's honey.
No?
Blackbud says if he can't taste it, he needs the stronger stuff.
No one.
And yeah, birthday cake wine. They have it in a bottle. It looks like a champagne bottle. It is apparently really good selling.
That's because white girls don't know how to drink, and they want it to taste like bubblegum and cupcakes.
Tequila. Hi, Nashu. Welcome in, Nana. How are you today? You came in just as we were talking about different varieties of booze.
The incorrect varieties.
Birthday cake wine, peach pie wine, coffee rum, beer.
I mean, okay, arguably coffee rum is better than any of those options. So
Coffee rum, he says, I plan on mixing the rum with milk, maybe. If you're dealing with congestion, I wouldn't, because
I wouldn't do
it can
that.
cause you to get really phlegmy, which
If you-
may be uncomfortable and may cause you to cough a lot.
if you can get some Captain Morgan Coco Loco, or
Instead.
which is like a coconut liquor, or mix it with because I'm assuming it's like Kahlua, right? So either do that or do like a cream of coconut, not cream of coconut. What is that?
Coconut cream.
No, the stuff that comes in like a lotion bottle. It's like squeezy.
Sweetened condensed milk?
No, don't do that. That will make you congested. God, I can't think of the name of it. It's a mixer.
Creme de cacao?
That's what I was looking for.
Okay. Josh says, I had banana moonshine and I couldn't even taste the alcohol. Oh, that's dangerous then.
Yeah, it depends. Did you buy it from a store or were you gifted it from somebody?
Blackwood says, I found a recipe off TikTok that tastes good, but will get you completely destroyed. There's lots of those.
I can give you lots of those. You want to taste something foul? Holy crap, I found some pretty bad recipes. I will never,
Smoker's
ever
cough?
do it. No. Worse than... Well, actually, that's pretty bad.
Just smoker's cough is real bad.
That's real bad. No, it's called a
Ugh.
Meister on Mars. And
Blackwood says it's not moonshine if you pay taxes.
Absolutely, it's not. But
That's a great way to put that.
That threw me off my
Threw him off with that. Meister from Mars is what you were saying.
Right. So a Meister from Mars is Jägermeister, peach schnapps, and orange juice.
Ew.
It's a layered drink. It's a
I
shot.
don't imagine that
You
would be
shoot
very
it all
good.
at once, and you want to die. You would think it sounds fine. First off, Jägermeister and orange juice together is worse than toothpaste. So, bad. It's not good, I promise you. As someone who enjoys black licorice, it is not good.
Yeah.
Which
Smoker's cough is just a shot of Jaeger with a dollop of mayo in it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not good. Don't do that.
I've also tried the Forget Me shot. Or a recreation of it is best that could be done. It's not good.
No.
It's pretty foul, actually. What? Oh, you
I'm just giggling. There we
Oh,
go.
come on!
Blackblood says, you lost me at Jaeger.
Oh, come on. Jaeger's,
I
if
tried
you
it.
can
It
get
wasn't
past...
bad. You didn't like that peanut whiskey though.
Oh, God.
That stuff you
Stillhouse? The shit came in a turpentine can and it tasted like it.
It's like they didn't wash it out almost. It was real bad.
Although I will say,
I drank it.
as far
It was
as
okay.
whiskey goes, I like wine. I'm a bit of a snob at this point because I buy expensive whiskey, so I don't turn into an alcoholic. If I buy expensive whiskey, I don't drink as
You
much.
take your time with it. It's honestly a pretty good method.
And if it's a...
As long as you don't have your buddy over.
God, he is an alcoholic.
Which one, to be fair?
Well, not Ingo anymore.
Yeah. Proud of him. I'm glad he's doing better for himself. At least from last you heard.
No, I just talked to him the
Hang
other
out
day.
with
He's
him.
fine.
Good. I don't, to me, alcohol kind of all tastes the same. Like, there's different varieties of it. Yeah, vodkas all taste the same to me. Rums all taste the same to me. Gins all taste the same to me. Whiskey all tastes the same to me.
They are different. So you can... The more you drink, and you haven't been experienced enough in alcohol, the more you drink, you start picking the tannins up out of it. So if it's aged in a barrel, you can tell if it's aged in a steel barrel or a wooden barrel. You can tell depending on where the oak comes from. Kind of like wine, you get the different tastes. Like you know what different wines taste like. You say that I enjoy tree.
It's
Which
all
is-
just tree. it's super dry in the mouth and just straight tree. Maybe a hint of like
And I don't pick that up
berry
out of that.
occasionally, or like
And
maybe
I
some
don't-
hints of
I
chocolate
don't
here and there.
At all pick that up.
It's all tree. It just tastes like you're biting into an evergreen.
I don't taste that.
I know, but I do. But the issue for me is all the wines you like are just tree. I don't know if it's just the area or the barrels they use, but to me,
It could be that the area, to be fair, it's all volcanic.
it all just... I don't think it's the dirt. I think it's the barrels that they use. Something about it
No,
just tastes like
because
pine
you
salt.
said the same thing that was out of a French oak barrel, that's out of an American oak barrel, that was out of an Eastern European ook barrel, okay? That's three
Then I don't
different
know.
types of barrels. And you said it
Maybe
all
it's the
tasted
grapes
bad.
themselves.
Focal, you're a better man than me. I don't like beer. It's too foamy. Makes
I
me
don't-
feel bloated.
I don't care for beer. It's okay. I've had... Oh, you're good, Josh. You take care. Get some good sleep, and I hope you have a good day at work tomorrow. But,
Oh. Thank
the
you for coming out.
The only beer I've had that I've, like, been chill with was... There was this really dark stout that I had at an English pub in Seattle. It tasted like dark chocolate. It was good. It tasted like cocoa powder.
You probably
It
like
was pretty
Guinness then. Like the chocolate Guinness?
Guinness is okay. I've mixed it into like Guinness cakes, but I don't like it on its own very much. I'm gonna say something and nobody's gonna understand because nobody tried it because I got to taste it. No, I got to taste it when it was like in pre-production. At one point,
That's called a barrel tasting.
well, it was at a market, so no. But it was
Okay.
Coca-Cola was going to do a chocolate Coke. And I tasted it.
Ugh.
And it tasted like carbonated Tootsie Roll.
Ugh. Tootsie Roll has a very distinct flavor to me that I
Yes.
don't much care for.
Yeah. It tasted like a carbonated, slightly sour Tootsie Roll.
I will eat Tootsie Roll only if there is nothing else to eat candy-wise.
And I know that it wasn't
And
good in the
That
the
being said, I don't
tastings.
really care for chocolate all that much, so
Yeah.
I have to be
But I
really
know-
desperate to eat a Tootsie Roll.
I know it wasn't good in the tastings because it never came to fruition. It never actually... This was in...
You know, I probably would do well as a European because I like specifically... The only time I like chocolate is when it's mixed in with licorice or caramel. which
That's-
is
that would
basically
just be
or
Swedish,
cream.
wouldn't-
So I like
like Norwegian.
I love Cadbury eggs. I love German
Do you like Rolos?
chocolate licorice. Rolos I like.
Twix?
I don't really care for Twix.
Really?
Yep.
Too much cookie?
I do like Heath bars.
I like Heath. That's toffee. That's different. That's not
Okay.
caramel. You'd probably like honeycomb chocolate.
I am, being a Californian, I am obligated to like See's candy.
I
Sponsor me, please.
my favorite sweet is marzipan. I love marzipan.
And I love licorice and honeycomb candy.
Oh yeah? Well, I love you. So there.
Damn.
Yeah.
Gosh, not in
But,
front of the fish.
Oh man. Sorry. Sorry. Cover your eyes, kids. It's hot. I should turn on my AC. Also, actually, I'm gonna BRB and I'm gonna go eat real quick, because otherwise I won't eat until midnight, and I should probably eat before then.
You should probably consume food.
I have a bad habit of not eating until after I get off call with him. So I'm gonna go do that real quick. You can chill out with the fishies. Actually, are you able to see the chat decently enough that you'll be able to answer them? Okay. Well then, I will be right back, everybody. You entertain him while he's busy. He may not answer as quickly as I do, but you behave while I'm gone. That means you too, honey.
I make no promises. Exactly. And I was left alone with a lighter. Scatter! So to explain these holes a little bit, I'm punching these because this is where the zipper is going to go for the hidden pocket. I mean, you absolutely can tell me to do crime. What crime are we talking about? Because they're not going to get me again for things I've done. no. Crime. Now, I wish this was a little closer to me. What's illegal in Los Angeles? Crime? Because I don't believe that's true. Licking a toad is illegal in... Really? Why? YouTube doesn't want you to spread crime. Okay, now hold on. It being LA, it absolutely surprises me that that is a crime. Typically, LA just doesn't care. It's a lawless place. Now, if you were to tell me it was illegal to lick a toad in Berkeley or San Francisco, I would believe you because they're trying to use it to get high. The only thing that I know is like strictly illegal in LA is guns. Counterpoint, you should come. I'm from Cali. We have fun here. You just have to know where to look. See, the way to get through California where it's not... Like I get... People say, oh, I got robbed on the train. I got robbed on, you know... And the police did nothing. The police won't come. They're worthless here. The thing with California is... It's kind of like New York in the sense that... Keep your mouth shut. Don't look at anybody. And just go about your business. And as long as you do that, you'll be fine. You hear a car alarm go off? Don't even look. Because that's none of your business. And if all else fails, just start talking to yourself like you're a crazy person on the train and you'll be fine. Welcome back. And I would say only the like super populated parts of California have issues like that. Like out in like wine country Napa area, you get a bunch of snobs, but once you get past that, it's a very much different, more small town feel, like Sonoma, Lake County, Mendocino, kind of stuff like that. And it's a lot more. Well, to say it rural would be a nice way. And the people tend to be a little bit more, well, not everybody, but majority. It's older, sort of feel of the towns. Like, I'm a member of a lot of wineries out in Lake County, and the wine there is fantastic, but the area is predominantly a retirement town, so you get a town that's basically not changed since the early 60s. It's very run down, but at the same time it's very rich with just community, which is, I think, a little bit nicer. The issue is obviously getting around the bullshit California laws, but we have better cars here, so. Correct, Blister. If you sing the backwards part of a song, literally no one will bother you. You just gotta sing it really loud and not care if you look embarrassing. Because I promise you, no one is gonna look at you. Well, no, they will think you're crazy. But that's a good thing. That means they won't mess with you. In California, on the trains, well, okay, maybe not like the trains. Like if you get on Amtrak, maybe don't do that. But if you get on like the regular, like the subway, we call it BART. But if you get on that, and you start acting cuckoo, you'll be fine. I mean, if anybody ever does come to California, giving me the opportunity to drink like a fish, see what I did there, just hit me up. I'm down. You know, one day I'm going to come up with a name for our community. It's just not going to be anytime soon. Oh god. Yeah, no, coffee liqueur tends to be very thick because it's got a lot of syrup in it. I do not envy your situation. I like that. Apprentices, not yet. Some of you may end up apprentices if I ever do the stream that I want to do in the future, where I'll make like a kit together, kind of, so to speak, on in like an Amazon shopping list or whatever, and show you step by step on how to do it. Definitely a future project, but maybe if I ever get to that point, that'll be my membership. People will be called apprentices, but I like that. A party stopping by for gear. What would the shorthand of that be? That's funny. Unpaid apprentices. Apprentices. Thanks for stopping by, Cosmic. Two done. I need to get two more. I'm gonna do 4 total, because I already have 1. Good night, Momo. Appreciate you stopping by. That's a bit of a slip. Something about calling my followers customers feels kind of sharkish. See, I kind of like the party, that's interesting. But counterpoint to that, I also really kind of like the idea that that we're all just kind of like, because I have to stream so late, we're just all in the back of because I started streaming because of Tabby, and I really like the idea of the tavern. We're just in the back of the tavern having drinks and doing shit. But it doesn't really go with the theming of what I do. So... But I think I'm gonna steal that. I like the idea of, if I ever do get to the point of memberships, calling them apprentices. I like that. That's great. And then we can, instead of calling them member streams, we'll call them apprentice streams. You know what? That's a good point, Nashu. And then calling it something basic like that, like saying the party, that could go for, like, if I ever do the sci-fi-esque streams where it's me working on, like, that is going to have to come up soon, or I'm working on, like, the Mandalorian armor for my friend, or if I'm doing, you know, any other sort of, like, 3D printing or anything like that, I could just switch the theming to be sci-fi, and it still falls under that same league of, like, party members to a campaign or something. I like that. That's great. I also have some sci-fi leather projects that I want to do in the future. I have them on my list, but they're I definitely have too many things at the moment to schedule those out just yet. Oh, it'll happen. It's just timing. And then at the moment, I'm also trying to do videos on my off days. I had a terrible migraine yesterday, but well, I guess it wasn't a migraine. It was just a regular headache, but it was almost a migraine. But apart from that, I've been streaming to do side things. Mainly one secret project that's going to be great, but I also have like almost a full month of where I was doing leatherworking. I wasn't streaming it, which I probably should have been, but I was working to try and take my mind off of things. So I've got a whole bunch of just footage that I hit record on OBS because why not? I'll probably just do a time lapse of it, making all of the spats, making the just metric ton of dice bags that I have, and so those eventually are gonna get posted. I'm working on that now, but I plan on posting some videos on the side of more personal projects that like I need to focus to figure out. Like anytime that I'm doing something that does not have a pattern to it, like this, I can casually talk and I can work at the same time. If I'm having to figure out a pattern, I need to like really like focus and be like, okay, I can't really pay attention to chat, which would not be great for a stream, obviously. But for the most part, videos on the side don't hurt. I don't expect to do time lapses a whole lot. I'll probably do edited videos, but just because I have so much footage from that month, that's probably going to end up like one time lapse video. A little bit more short form that's maybe not like 3-hour streams. And at some point, I need to get acquainted with like shorts, doing shorts. Right. They are. That's what I've seen. Good. Well, I don't know what I would do for a short other than like fuck up streams or like mistakes I've made. Just oops. Well, we'll go with it. Or stuff like that. Like I don't know exactly what I could do for sure. I mean, I have some funny stuff I did about on TikTok when I first brought my station wagon home. The problem is it's got my face all up in it, and I don't know that everybody really wants to see old car stuff, right? Like doing the smelting on stream, that's one thing, right? And I know that was for my car, but I think it takes a certain type of person to do automotive streams unless it's like a one-off kind of thing, or unless like that's your main focus, because you're not going to get a whole lot of people that want to watch a car be restored, so to speak. I mean, the idea sounds cool, but like I imagine it would be kind of boring, and I also would never ever be able to monetize it because I cuss enough as is. You should hear me when I'm working on cars. I'm working on the cussing thing. I don't think I've cussed at all this stream. I think. Right. So, I've seen those restoration videos. Like, I love those. I use those to go to sleep. They're great. But, the thing is, they're usually like toys or small hand tools or just very small stuff. Whereas a car is huge. And especially with like 50s cars, which is the two vehicles that I currently have to restore, it's a lot of waiting around and, well, did this work? No. Did this work? No. And I don't know that that would be... Well, thank you, Blackblood. I appreciate that. I frankly, I don't think I've ever seen a VTuber doing leatherworking. Maybe, I mean, if there is, I'd like to meet them, because kudos, but I think I'm particularly niche, because I don't think anybody does this. And this is really, like, the only way that I've been able... Because I wanted to do YouTube for a long time, since back in, like, the PewDiePie Markiplier days. But, like, I never knew how to get myself out there because I did not want to, really be on camera. Because I get super... I tried to start... And nobody will ever find this. But I tried to find... start a YouTube channel way back when, doing car restoration videos. And the second I started talking on camera, I got stupid nervous, and I just could not do it. Streaming is a little bit better because I get that sort of, struggle with. Well, I mean, everyone has their own style, so even if you're doing the same thing, there's no really copying, especially when you get, like, art VTubers. Everybody has their own style. No one is copying anybody else, or if they are, it's still not going to be an identical copy. Unless they're, you know, stealing, but that's a different situation. So, I would like to think that everybody that does stuff like that is unique in their own way. And I don't have that ability. Only recently have I kind of considered what I do an art form. I see art more of as an expression of something on paper, something that's pretty, something that's... And I can make pretty things. I make leatherworking, and I do purses, and I do stuff like that, but they're more utilitarian. They're more something that serves a purpose. So it doesn't exactly read the same way as, like, a traditional media art would do, like a painting or even digital art. It just it's different. And I guess I am wrong in that sense. It is art. It's just not something I was easily coming to terms with. Because I you know, for lack of a better terms, I would be the guy that would die on that cookie cutting scene of Squid Games. I'm not I'm not artistically inclined. I cannot draw. My dad was an artist. He could draw anything you wanted, and I did not earn that gene. I can play instruments, though. I can play instruments and I can work with my hands, but I don't... and it sucks because I can see things that I wish I could draw in my head, and I literally can't put them on paper. And when I go to explain them to, like, if I order a commission or something, even when I'm ordering a commission from far, or or from anybody else for that matter, it's not it's not exactly what I envisioned because I don't have a way to explain that. Yeah, I'm the same way, Focal. I'd agree with you. I'm crafty. I'm not. I'm crafty and I'm creative, but I'm not artistically inclined. But yeah, to backtrack a little bit, I think streaming is a lot. I don't want to say easier, but it's direct feedback with chat, especially now with that latency fix. And the cool thing is, right, I've been doing this long enough, I can make just about anything if you come up with an idea for it. So, like, if I get to a certain point where I have nothing else to do, I can always put out a poll or figure something out in that regard. I can maybe have Farley set something out to, you know, get ideas from people like, well, what would you like to make? And maybe I could do a stream of designing that, and then whoever told me, we could work something out, and I could just send that off, right? And then, you know, if anybody else wanted a copy of it, I could make those and, you know, send those off or whatever, but down the road, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Getting I started, and frankly, starting an idea is I think one of the hardest steps to YouTubing is you really have to get out there. Just starting a channel doesn't mean anything until you start like regularly uploading. And it's kind of hard, to be honest with you, keeping a schedule on top of doing regular work. And I understand now how YouTubers use this as a job when they finally do get monetized, because it's a lot of work. And not being in school, not being like in college or whatever, still, I don't have a whole lot of free time to plan this kind of stuff, so I'm just kind of winging it as I go along. And you know, it's just one thing at a time. But I'm really enjoying hanging out with you guys because, well, on one hand, it's not only is it, you know, fun talking to people, but it's kind of showing my work at the same time, which is something I absolutely love doing, even if it doesn't sell or whatever. And, you know, I also kind of get a little bit of a pleasure from it, because you never know, there might be somebody watching that's like, ooh, that's really cool, now I want to do it. So I'm keeping, kind of in a sense, keeping this hobby alive. You making a giraffe kobold, Focal? Just continue the kobold army. It's just giraffe shaped.
Howdy, I'm back.
Welcome.
Thank you. see you're talking about a restoration.
A little bit.
And art and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Giraffe-sized kobold or kobold-shaped giraffe? Thank you, Focal. Hello. Thank you.
Well, I'm thinking it's more of giraffe-sized and giraffe-shaped kobold.
Technically, wouldn't a giraffe-shaped kobold just be one of the dragons from... Wouldn't that just be, like...
I'm pretty sure it
What
would
were
just
their
be a
names?
giraffe.
Zack and Wheezy from Dragon Tales.
That
They
is a
just have those
knucker.
real long
That
necks.
is a knucker. That is a different type of lizard.
I know, but you get what I mean. It's that shape, though.
Do not insult my kind.
Yeah, but you liked them.
I did. They weren't dragons, but I did.
A giraffe with a kobold head and nothing else kobold related.
It's not even... That's the funny thing. It's not even, like, kobold shaped. It's just a giraffe.
Oh my god, it's a dragon. No? Okay.
Hold on.
Focus.
Trying to cut a very straight line. Okay. Dragon.
And you know, if you want to do conjecture about the fact that Zack and Wheezy weren't dragons, neither are you.
No, I'm a kobold. But
Right. So why
They
are
are
you so
not-
defensive about what a
but-
dragon is?
they are not dragons.
Neither
they-
is Charizard.
Okay, that's bull. That's bullshit and you know
He's
it.
also not a flying type. Actually, I think he is a flying fire type. Is he? Let's find out. Charizard. Type. Firefly. He's not a dragon.
In the original, I think they changed him. I think he is dragon now.
No, he still is.
Really?
Firefly. Yep. Always.
But Flygon is a I'm not gonna go there.
Because he's a dragonfly.
You listen here.
But he's a dragonfly. You can't be mad at that.
We
It's
were
in the
having
name.
a peaceful stream here before you get no.
Oh, sorry. Have I brought peril upon your land?
We did decide that the name of the people who watch are considered the party.
Oh. Yeah,
and
that's
that
fair.
if I ever get to membership status, they will be the
Guild members?
no.
Because you could call it
the
guild,
apprentices.
G-I-L-D.
The apprentices.
Ah, I see.
The unpaid apprentices. I'm sorry, just regular apprentices.
I think if you have a higher member tier, though, have it be called the guild, but it's G-I-L-D.
Like the gold members.
Ha! Gold member.
I love
Interesting
gold.
I don't know if many people here would know about Austin Powers or about
No.
Gold member.
Stop! Don't.
Babe, that's
The
old.
shell of it.
That's old.
The taste of it.
Mini-me.
I had an unfortunate schmelting accident.
Hi, Tabby. Tabby's wondering how it's going.
Hello, Teddy. It is going.
He's cutting away, doing
We
stuff.
have decided that we are having a time in the back of your tavern.
Yeah. And all the subs here are called party members. Because they're like a party. Also, Tabs, if you could send me the sketch of that snow leopard girl, I'd appreciate it. I may or may not be doing something. And I require reference. Also, to anybody here who was at the collab yesterday, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a fun time. I hope I didn't chat too much.
I would have been there.
Tebby says, I know. Tebby says the shape of those pieces you're cutting looks like a bat.
A little bit. Tabby, have you seen the example of what I'm making?
You should show it off. That way they can see what you're working towards. Because right now these are just the back side.
Yeah,
of
this is
the
just
belt.
this is the side that would lay against you. So this is the soft side. So I'm using this plush.
Whenever you
leather.
get the chance, Tabs, you don't have to. You don't gotta hurry to it. I'll just do basic sketching for right now and then work on it. You were there for a
You
part. I
haven't.
know you were not.
Okay.
Good.
Give me 1 sec. Let me finish cutting this and I'll grab it.
Yeah.
If I could get this cut.
I had a really good time, Tabby, and I appreciated you having me on. I hope I was entertaining enough and provided enough lore that it made it worth it for people. I know we talked a lot about crystals and about my beliefs and all that. It was interesting to talk about.
Okay.
Also, just I appreciated that everybody was so like welcoming and nice, and we got lots of cute doodles out of it.
Okay. So more or less, this is the belt that we're working towards. It's not going to be exactly this color scheme. I think I'm actually going to do... Well, I might do some black. I don't know. I definitely thinking of keeping a lot of the browns, but I want to do... because I have that terrible suede.
Do that as an accent color.
I'm gonna use a lot of paint because when I painted the suede, it hit it and it made it very smooth. But yeah,
Oh,
so
it
this
hid the paint streaks.
well not only did it hide the paint streaks, but it also hid the fact that it was a
Suede.
that it was suede, right? So yes,
You might want to turn it around so that they can
Oh,
see it the
oh,
proper,
yeah.
correct way.
Right. That's a good idea. I forgot my camera's
Actually,
upside
for
down.
next time, maybe we figure out how to flip the camera.
That's easy. I could just do this.
You should. Well, careful. Welcome
yeah.
to Nix the Wolf.
So this is the belt that we're working on. It's got many compartments. Places where you could hang baubles, keys, whatever. And then there's also, on the back, a hidden pocket. So you can put like a phone
your
or a
phone.
wallet or whatever.
And that way it's safer and not as accessible from the outside.
Right.
Yeah, all hand done, hand stamped.
Oh yeah,
hand
everything.
cut.
This is
As you
all
see, working on
100% hand stitched. Every piece of this is hand stitched. I'm kind of dreading that, but we'll get to that when we get to that.
Oh,
The
the
star pattern
is
let me show you. It's not fun. So I'm gonna put it away, but I'll stick it out.
Why do you say that, Nashi? We are planning on selling these, so
Eventually.
if you're
So
yeah.
this is a piece of graph paper, which I don't know if it's too bright. I don't know if it'll even show up. But each one of these is marked on a particular hole. I use this to poke where the hole is going to be on the pattern. And then I use this particular tool to stamp that star pattern into it. It makes it look plush, kind of like a couch, almost. Like it's super soft and plushy.
Yeah. I think it turned out really cool, but I do understand you not wanting to do it on a bunch of them because of how much time
Well,
it
okay,
takes
so
you.
I've been doing this on a select few. I want that to kind of be like a higher range looking item. Because it looks more fancy.
Mhm. I
Um,
feel like
well,
we'll be-
I don't have to apply force, but I do have to apply hammer.
You gotta do the tippy tappers.
Yes. This
Just gotta
is
go
I
thunk.
just essentially you lay it over the, for lack of an example here. Let me find the pattern piece.
Well, you've got a scrap of leather around. I'm
I
sure
know,
you could
but
just show.
so I lay this. Pretend this is the leather instead of just a pattern piece. I would lay this over the top of it. I would take either that other tool or I would take this, which is called an awl, AWL, and on each spot I would poke it, and so it would make a little indentation. And then wherever that poke was, I could then line up, because the very center of this has a dot. So I can line that dot up and I can smack it down, and it would, as long as I keep this perfectly straight, the pattern follows.
Oh yeah, if you lift that pattern piece up to the camera, they can see how many holes it takes to sew.
Oh
one
yeah,
piece.
I don't know
Or
if that's gonna
just
show.
the outline holes.
That's just the top. They're all the way around.
Welcome
it.
back, Focal.
There it goes. Now it's focusing. So you can see how many holes that is.
And each one of those is a place where we got to put yarn through and got to put
There is
all
about,
kinds of stuff. Or not yarn.
I'd
leather.
say there's
It's
about,
leather thread.
in each one of these belts, probably about 400 or 500 stitches
It's quite a bit.
that are all hand done.
I mean, they make sewing machines that can handle it.
I
but we
have
don't
one.
that. But
I have one.
He trusts his hands. more
I
than
do
that.
not know how to use it at all.
We'll get you there. At some point, you'll have to learn it.
At some
because
point, I'm
eventually
gonna have
it's
to
be
learn
too
because
much.
then I'll have too many orders and then I'll die. But
Well, you won't die.
I'll die.
Just
But yeah, this is the belt that one of the... these are all the back pieces, so I'm making 4 of them right now because I needed 5 in this size. And then I'm taking a break from this pattern and I'll do something else. But then I have to come back and do a smaller size, which I'm calling Small Youth. And the reason I'm not doing that now instead of what I'm doing here is because my friend is coming over who is small-sized.
yeah, so we can actually.
So I
measure.
can actually properly measure.
Yeah.
It's okay, just work the kobold to death. It's fine. Nobody cares about the kobold.
Actually, maybe we can have people poll to see what pattern they would like to see next, because you have.
I
whole
do
bunch
have a
of stuff on
list.
the-
Yeah, we could do. I was just talking about a poll a minute ago. When I finally run out of patterns, I can do like a stream of making whatever pattern is voted on, and then whoever won that poll could just get the item, and then that pattern would be available. That'd be fun.
Wrong kind of poll, Focal. I don't know if I can run one, because I don't think I have.
You're gonna have to show
Status.
me how to do
How
that.
to mod me.
Yeah.
I might be able to. log
Pretend
in on
I'm an
yours and
old
do
man
it.
and I don't understand how things work.
Pretend? Oh, okay.
Okay.
You're not an old man. You just have. So I mean,
I'm getting
Oh.
there.
like, get people's votes on what they would want to see.
I know what that means, but I'm saying.
No, Focal's
I'm-
asking.
Oh.
I'm not saying you, honey. I'm responding to chat. I'm doing the streamer thing.
Okay. Okay, guys.
I love you.
I
Be
get
so
it. I'm an old man. It's fine. I'm not even that old, but that's fine. I'm definitely not within this current generation. It is beyond me. But that's okay.
Old Kobold yells at clouds. Mostly, what is that cloud? Am I leaking oil? What is happening? Is my engine on fire?
Again.
That's the kind of cloud you yell at.
Again.
No, not Grandpa. Despite him being a cranky guy who doesn't really understand much of computers, he is baby. He's just a little guy.
I'm still in my 20s. Funny story.
Yeah, so am I.
But in kobold years,
Your baby.
I don't actually know how long kobolds live, so probably.
Well, if you go by dragons, I mean, they can live upwards of 300 years, so yeah, your baby. We both have a birthday in the same month.
Correct.
Makes it easy to remember. Not that mine's really that easy to forget. A toddler in kobold years. Exactly, Tabby.
Yet I've still been leatherworking for 20 years. Well, okay, like 19 and a half going on 20.
Yeah. Started getting more serious into it a couple years ago.
I mean, I've been doing it for a long time, since I was in Boy Scouts. But I was in Boy Scouts when I was like 8, so... You know...
Putting extra time into doing it afterwards.
I'm padding out the time there a little bit.
Just a touch.
Because, yes, I was doing leather stuff in Boy Scouts when I was that young. But let's be honest here. It probably looked like macaroni art in comparison to what I'm doing now.
Probably. Tabby says, how will you celebrate your birthdays? I don't know, you wanna come up, or I can come down, and we can go to the mountains?
I suppose.
Go skiing?
I don't know.
Go snowboard?
I don't, I mean, usually what,
Sit
well,
in
the
front
only
of the wood
thing I
fire
ever
at
do...
the house and,
Oh, I love doing that, but that's a different
cuddle?
situation. No, usually what I do is, for my birthdays is just go out to a restaurant. No, I don't even go. Funny story, I haven't, even on my birthday I didn't go out drinking. Drinking is not a celebratory thing, really. It's just something you do, for
New Year's was
hanging
pretty
out.
celebratory for us.
Well, okay, that's a different... New Year's is a celebration where it's specifically drink. It's like Cinco de Drinko, right? It's not a... I refuse to call that the correct term. I don't care. But,
You're
it's okay. All of Washington thinks I'm Hispanic, so we're cool.
Yeah, I don't... It's the poncho. It's the poncho
God.
and the fact that you dress up like a little cowboy.
I don't dress up like a
and you're
cowboy.
so
That is what
camp.
I wear.
You are camp. You dress up like a little cowboy, and it's cute.
Don't know
and
what
I
that
love it.
means. You keep
just
saying it,
means
and I don't know
your
what it means.
It just means your outfits are a little theatrical. It looks like you're dressing up
It's not
as...
theatrical if it's what I wear.
Yeah, but you fit a theme. You look like a little cowboy, and it's cute. And I'm tired of pretending it's not. Yeah, Kobold says it's not cosplay. It's just he just is cowboy. Yeehaw.
I just wear it. It's not a cosplay. It's just what I wear. Ponchos are utilitarian. They're either warm when you need them to be or cool when you need them to be. They block the sun. You don't need to wear
Exactly.
stupid sunscreen.
It's like a dandy, but cowboy.
I don't know what a dandy is, but I feel offended.
Don't. It's okay. You don't have to know things. It's okay. I bought him some really nice cashmere ponchos. One of them is what his kobold character is wearing. I've bought him a couple of those.
I very much
very
like ponchos.
expensive.
I very much like ponchos. Yeah, ponchos, not cheap.
No, very expensive.
I still want that national park one, but I refuse to pay
I know.
$400 for it.
I will get it for you at some point. That'll be like an anniversary gift.
I refuse to pay $400 or $500. By that time, it'll probably be like $900.
I don't know. It's
my air
beautiful, though.
conditioner in the car will cost less.
It's beautiful.
I
though,
love it. It's
and
gorgeous.
it would look so pretty on you.
But
It'll
that
be an
price
anniversary
tag.
gift at some point.
yeah.
Nashi says, "You're welcome anytime down here in Texas, friend. A dandy is someone who dresses nice, very nice. More of a statement than anything. Somebody who upkeeps his appearance to the highest degree always. And I'd say you do for the most part, aside from when you're working on cars.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I look like a scumbag. I look like a meth head when I'm working on cars because If I don't, I ruin my clothes.
Yeah.
Far, you can
To
attest.
be fair, all the shirts that you have
I
holes
constantly
either
have to
from-
buy white shirts. Constantly.
getting caught on things on the cars or from battery acid splashing on you.
Yeah, that
That's
one
common.
sucked. That burnt a lot. Funny story, battery acid hurts.
Well, it's acid.
It's acid. Yeah.
Awesome. The waifu beater? No,
No,
not quite.
actually,
It's just,
oh man, should
it's
I
just a
embarrass
white
myself?
T-shirt that like.
Hey, should I embarrass myself and show the tan line?
It's just a classic like
So-
white dude white T-shirt that you wear.
Arm. Just wait.
Oh yeah, the big bright white. Oh yes.
You can see where the where the color changes.
It's almost as white as the shirt.
Yeah. A little bit.
Nowhere near as white as me. I'm a pale motherfucker.
But yeah,
He
when
gets out in the sun.
Apparently, I am just olive enough to be considered Hispanic because we went to a winery in.
You're not olive. You're warm toned.
Okay, well, I went to a. Thanks, Tabby.
Blinded. Me
Bald,
when I step
bald,
outside and look at
bald.
Yeah.
No, so we went to a winery in Washington. Forgive me, I don't remember the name, but the lady
There's a
straight up,
couple of
the lady goes, "Oh wow, we don't get a lot of people up here like you," and I went, "Excuse me?"
No, she said we don't get a lot of Hispanics up here.
No, she didn't say Hispanic. She said people like you. We don't get a lot of your. No, she said, was it? I can't remember exactly
said
what it was.
Hispanics.
She did not say the word Hispanic right off the bat. Because I remember asking her, "What do you mean?" And she goes, "Oh, you
She
know,
was like,
Hispanics.
"Oh, where are you from? We don't get a lot of people from."
We don't get a
other
lot of
places."
people like you." She
Yeah.
said, "We don't get a lot of people like you up here," and I went, "What do you mean, like Californian?" And she goes, "No, Hispanic." Oh,
Which, first off, is a fucking lie.
I was like,
Washington has one of the highest concentrations of immigrant workers in the entire Northwest. Like all the orchards, a lot of the businesses. I don't know if she just said that because it was a winery.
I
and
think it's
maybe
because
they don't go to wineries.
They probably
a lot.
don't go into the winery that they work at a lot.
It could be.
I don't
But,
go
yeah,
into
no,
my
that
place
was-
of work, to be fair, if I can
But
help it.
Also, okay.
You can't say
also,
where I
to-
work.
No, I know, but to be fair, you were wearing a poncho, a cowboy hat, a little red dress shirt. You looked
The
like you
boots
were,
I've had for the last 10 years,
Yeah,
you know.
you were dressed like you were somebody Hispanic, and I know
I-
because
I
I grew up in a
did-
Latino neighborhood. I grew up in a Latino neighborhood out in eastern Washington, and a lot of the guys dressed like how you dress.
Okay, well, I don't think
I'm just
so,
saying.
but okay. I've gotten called Clint Eastwood a couple times, but never Hispanic. That was a first.
I get what she was saying. I've definitely seen guys dress like how you dress. A lot of the hombres out at the ranches, they tend to like to dress a bit more like that, especially if they're going out somewhere. They'll wear the nice dress shirt, and then a lot of times it's vests, but a poncho wouldn't look out of place. But yeah, I think it just threw her off. She's just like, there's a lot of signals, and I don't know what this is. I don't know who you are.
I wear vests too. That doesn't.
I know. I know. It's camp. You're camp. I like it though. It's cute. It's one of your charm points.
You keep
I
telling
know
me
you
this,
don't.
and I don't understand what that means. Theatrical doesn't mean anything to me, because you could just say theatrical.
It's different. It's hard to explain. There's it's if you don't know it, you won't know it. Is how
But apparently I am it.
yes.
Excellent.
And when you're not dressed up like a camp little cowboy, you dress like you're a 1950s or 60s mechanic.
I'm sorry, Focal. He preaches for the deaf.
How-
Did Do they listen?
He might do sign language. That's rude, but he might do sign language interpretation for people.
No, I'll tell you what, Tabby. The label I want is Eldritch Beast. That's what I want.
Well, the fish already call you that, so you're close enough.
It's fine. I get enough. I have so many things that I've apparently done that I didn't realize I've done. By accident.
Tabby said that it's hats. So it's yesterday on the collab, she said it was all the hats that I had.
Yeah.
That's kind of neat. He preaches in sign language. That's pretty tight.
Little do you know, he doesn't actually know sign language, so they're all just staring at him confused. But they can't say anything because no one would understand them.
No, babe.
Oh, come on, it'd be funny.
That is an actual problem.
I know it's a problem. We've had it
Like-
happen where I work too a couple of times.
Just people trying to get money because they don't think that the deaf people know how to complain about things, but no,
And they
know.
don't, and a lot of them don't. I shouldn't laugh, but it is kind of funny.
It's messed up.
Like, imagine like hiring an
interpreter.
a German or a Chinese translator, and no one else in the room except for the person who needed the translator knows, and they're just saying things that sound like it.
Oh,
Hey.
that's cool. He uses sign language in the car when he's driving to help.
I
us
also
sing.
use sign language in the car.
No, the flipping the bird doesn't.
And genuinely, I am poking fun, but like I think that is really cool.
I think that's dope. It's sick that he knows it well enough to use it in that way. I think that's real tight.
I like
I
this.
think that's
Off topic. I like this background music, but it wasn't exactly what I was going for. I wish
there
that
was a
was.
universal
I wish
language.
that sign language was the universal language. Apparently, because that was my goal. So I eventually would like to travel outside of the U.S. And my goal was to learn whatever country I'm going to, the version of that sign language.
but
Because
there's a lot of those, and there's not a lot of ways
Well, no.
to learn unless you're in that country.
I'm not. No, actually, you can learn it all on YouTube, basically. But the issue is, especially with Asian countries, I've found out, they treat the deaf and anyone who uses sign
Disabled.
language and the disabled in general very poorly. Like it's a shameful for them to be outside. Like, why are you inconveniencing me? Sort of situation.
Or it can be.
Which is unfortunate because that ruins my plan of hiding my American accent.
Ideally, what he wanted to do is
Go mute.
have me listen and help translate for him so that he could respond in sign language and I could help interpret back.
I just
But-
didn't want to speak in those countries because I have a
Because
very
he gets nervous
distinct.
that he wouldn't.
No, I
Yeah.
have a distinct American accent, and Americans in every other country, I won't say are
Kinda look down
hated,
upon.
but they're definitely looked down on, and it would not go so well.
You're worried that it would not. I figure it doesn't. Oh, Tabby said no. Flipping the bird is universal sign. Or the
is!
universal language.
Thank you, Tabby.
Tabby says I don't know about other places, but Hong Kong is cool. I'd go to Hong Kong.
But isn't English one of like the main languages spoken in Hong Kong, or am I I know Singapore it is.
I think it's taught as a second language.
I know
don't
Singapore.
think
Singapore it is. Singapore English is, I think, the main language. Hong Kong, I'm pretty sure it's one of the main languages.
Hi, Aster.
Hello,
Welcome in.
Aster.
Good to see ya. Yeah, I think with the bringing in of like TikTok, they've had a lot more instances, especially in like Japan and stuff.
But they're
where-
gonna ban TikTok.
Yeah, where Americans or like foreigners in general are really looked down upon. Tabby says it's widely used in Hong Kong, so that's good. The only problem I'd foresee for you would be the food, especially since you've got so many dietary issues, like you can't have stuff that's been cooked with other forms of meat, we'd really have to go with somebody who knows the area and knows that it's like okay for you. Because you know the whole.
Tabby, you've been to Hong Kong, correct?
She's from Hong Kong.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah,
well,
she's from Hong Kong. And
excellent.
Then she went to
Tour guide.
Britain, which
Boom.
is why she likes British food.
Tabby, you like British food? Oh.
She does, because she was there for a while.
I think the only British food I like is beans on toast, but...
So the
it's
issue
so
for
bland.
the issue for him, Tabs, isn't that he doesn't like certain foods.
Oh my god,
that...
I love the taste of steak. I love it. I will die, though.
He's got intolerances to red meat, to pork, so like anything that's cooked
and
with it.
even heavy poultry.
Even heavy poultry or like gelatin is really bad for him. It like destroys his stomach. It makes him unable to.
I do not have, and it's not. Before you say it, it's not Crohn's disease. I just don't.
No.
I was when
Didn't
my
grow up with
mom
the enzyme.
my mom was pregnant with me. She stopped eating meat altogether, and then when I was born, I was not raised with any meat. So I don't have the enzyme to break it down in my gut.
Yeah, that would be the thing that I would be concerned about, Tabs, is why
Gelatin kills me, but agar is fine.
Agar is fine, but it's not used as widely.
No, it should be, but it's not.
Outside of that, he's not a big fan of broccoli or green beans, but I'm sure he'd try things. Or cauliflower. He doesn't like cauliflower, but I mean, cauliflower's not that popular.
Rightfully so, it's disgusting.
He likes potatoes. He likes spicy stuff. He really likes spicy stuff.
I especially love, like, Korean spice. Oof.
He really, he can eat pretty much any kind of fish, shellfish, seafood. Less so on poultry and stuff. You know, vegetarian places. That's awesome. But yeah, basically anything Buddhist diet, I'm pretty sure he could eat. It's just he can't have the pork, the beef, no...
I've been hurt. I have
deer.
been hurt by supposed vegetarian places. I went to a vegetarian Korean barbecue in L.A. Or it wasn't even a Korean barbecue. It was just a Korean place in general. And I ordered some kind of tofu soup that they had. And it ended up being pork broth. So...
No, bone broth, yeah.
I have been hurt by vegetarian places, supposed vegetarian places, plenty of times.
But having somebody who's able to check and like describe to them the fact that like it's not us being rude, it's the fact that you'll die if you eat it.
Yeah, that is my one weakness. That and spiders. Yeah. Otherwise, you know, do whatever. I'm not bothered. I've had guns pointed at me. I've had, you know, been held at knife point. I've been, you know, none of that bothers me. It's just spiders and specifically meat. I cannot consume meat, not by choice, because holy shit, bacon smells delicious and I cannot eat it.
I do too, Vocal. I do too.
I don't know why I'm afraid of them. I don't. Well, that's a lie. I do know why. Specifically, the movie Arachnophobia. And
you watched that way
one very, very stupid off-brand Star Wars film. Let me tell you, Caravan of Courage, an Ewok story, has the most terrifying real-world prop spider in it. And I watched that as a child, and I no longer like spiders. No, big-ass spiders are the worst kind. When I bought the engine for my Chevelle, as I was taking it apart, and Farley can attest, he was on the phone with me. I took the intake manifold on, and what do I see curled up under my fucking intake manifold? A tarantula. Dead tarantula.
He did the super high-pitched like lady scream of just. I can't even go as high as he went, but he always.
I didn't know I could go that high.
It's just he was so afraid. So afraid.
And I thought it was playing dead. So Of course, I did the intelligent thing and got a can of hairspray and a lighter and made sure it was dead.
You probably shouldn't have done that in your engine, but fair.
It's fine now.
It's better now. But, Tabby, do you mean, vegan sweet and sour pork? Because I see vegan sushi, but, you said sweet and sour pork after, and I was confused. I know that they, I know tempeh is a good option for non-meat, or like meat substitute. Vegan sweet and sour pork. Ooh, interesting. I'd be interested in trying it. I love food of all kinds. I will eat anything. I adore foods from different cultures.
I do too.
I would. You're getting a lot better on it too, especially since you're working past some of your prior not likings for foods.
I've gotten past the texture thing on a lot of things. I don't like the taste of broccoli in general, and the texture on it, it's too intrusive. I don't like the fact I'm eating a little tree. I really, really hate that, like, that fuzziness. It makes me feel like I'm eating mold.
Interesting. Well, if it
which
makes
is funny
because I
love cheese, which is just
I have
mold.
something food related that I do not like. It's not a food ingredient, but wooden utensils, they freak me out.
That's fair.
Like, genuinely, it makes me, like, popsicle
It's funny because I really
sticks.
like wooden utensils.
Popsicle sticks, just thinking about it makes my teeth hurt. Wooden spoons.
I would chew a popsicle
anything
stick
that
right
has
now.
the... Don't say that. Oh, God. I'm not a big person who's, like, against texture, but something about that is just wrong to me. Ugh. That's, like, my one thing.
That's your ick?
That's my ick. That's my one ick.
I learned that word today.
Good job. Proud of you. You're learning. Oh, honey, the kids are coming over this weekend. And my dad went and got stuff for s'mores, and he found rectangle marshmallows.
Yeah, they exist. They also come in
It's
chocolate.
interesting. Yeah, I'm the same way, Tabby. I just, when it's the unpolished and you feel the texture of all the different bits of the wood, and you're just like, ugh.
Well, okay, question. What about polished wood?
It's less bad, but if I have to scrape it on the bottom of a pot, I, like, shut down.
So is it the sound, or the feel, or...?
It's the feeling. Something about the feeling of it makes me, like, get sick to my stomach, and even just thinking about it makes me, like...
Well, it's a good thing you guys weren't born in the 50s. Or sooner.
Yeah, but they had, like, Bakelite.
Okay!
And, like, metal utensils I'm fine with.
Bakelite is not a good solution to that.
No. Take care, Nashu. Get some good sleep.
Goodbye, Nashu.
It was nice having you.
Appreciate you coming out.
But yeah, I'm excited to have them. They're coming on Saturday and staying the night, and then they'll be heading home later on Sunday. So we may not have as much time together, but... Dry, crunchy towels. That's an interesting one. So the towels at your place, honey, I don't know what your mom does to them, but they absorb water very weird.
What do you mean?
Like, just how they are. It gets dry so fast. And, like, too dry.
Okay, so, I'm not gonna lie to you. She just bought a new towel, and I fucking hate it because it does not absorb water fast.
Oh my god. Yeah, yours, it acts like a microfiber sponge where it's just...
And I like that! It's... Hold on, you can't be mad at me. That's efficiency.
No, but it's odd to me.
Focal, I'm jealous of you. I wish I was.
No.
But I have to work tomorrow.
You have to work now, too.
So, well, okay.
Don't you have me?
I do have to work now, but...
Yeah.
One of these days, I'm gonna do a drunk gaming stream. That might be fun. Maybe I could do like a... we could do a watch thing, but the problem with doing a watch thing is like...
Copyright.
So it'd have to be like... in the future when I get like the members.
We could watch
things.
old terrible movies from the 1910s.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, how are we gonna make a drinking game out of that? Oh, drink every time he hits his wife. Like, but that's not a good game.
Oh my god, it's like the Johnny Test video.
Oh my god, I want to do that!
We watched the video the other day. I don't know if...
How many...
who
who knows what Johnny Test is? Show of hands around the class.
Class participation. Who knows Johnny Test? It's a cartoon. An old
You don't know what
cartoon,
Johnny Test is?
older
Oh
cartoon.
god. No.
Terrible.
It's definitely after my... Yes, exactly, feet.
Showed a foot.
Yeah, that's exactly correct, Tabby. Very good. Gold star.
Very good.
But,
Awful.
so...
Real bad.
I didn't hate it as a show.
It turned bad. The first season wasn't
So,
bad, but then they...
I didn't hate it as a show, but, like, it was definitely not something I went home to watch. It was like, well, I want to watch Ed, Ed and Eddie, which is like a rerun coming on afterwards, so I guess I'll watch Johnny Test.
Yeah.
So, I watched a
was of
guy
its age.
doing a stream of... And forgive me, I don't know who it was. It was just a random guy that popped up in my feed. He was taking a shot every time a whip sound went off.
So that whoosh sound, that's like... It was everywhere. How many shots was he at the end of that one 15-minute episode?
It was a 10-minute video, and it was 148 shots, I think. Or no, it was over 200. It was over 200. It was 148 at the 5-minute mark.
I
He had
don't
100
know
and
how that man lived.
Well, after 100 shots of soju, he switched
Yeah, it was
to
soju.
just doing Mike's Hard Lemonade, I think.
I don't know
and
how
he
that man
drank
lived.
he drank a whole 24-pack of Mike's Hard Lemonade at the same time. As he had three full bottles of soju and a 24-pack of Mike's Hard Lemonade. He literally stood up from his chair. I had to go to the bathroom and just face planted for like 10 minutes.
Real not good.
And then he came back and drank more, and I was just like, "Oh my god!"
Black Blood, that is not a good advice. Do not do that. Doing drinking challenges where you're sad is a terrible idea. You do mental damage to yourself with that. That's not good. Don't do that.
Man,
Do silly
you want
ones
to watch
where
a
you
sad
can laugh.
movie? You can watch The Pianist. That's a sad movie.
Do drinking challenges where it's like try not to laugh, or like
Oh, I have a great drinking. I don't even remember which one. It was a Mario game. My friend had just bought a brand new Mario game. It was the Mario game where they were in cat suits. This was a while ago. Where Peach
it's the one on the Wii
specifically
U.
was in. Yes, Peach specifically was in a pink cat suit. I remember that specifically. So the drinking game was every time you die, you had to take a shot. No big deal on that.
no.
No big deal on that, right? But
no big deal.
no, hold on. Every time you killed a Yoshi, you had to drink a full glass of whatever liquor you're drinking is.
No, that's a bad. Hey, so class, before we
Hold on.
continue, this
Hold
is stuff
on.
that you don't do.
Hold on. Wait. Let me continue.
No.
This isn't a class. We're in the back of a tavern. This is perfectly appropriate for
true.
the
Tavern.
for what we. But so, every time you killed the Yoshi, you had to drink a full glass. Now, that's easy, right? You just don't take the Yoshi. Except the rule was, if you see a Yoshi or you're the player that comes across it, you have to take the Yoshi.
Oh no.
And if you bring the Yoshi all the way to the end of the level where it transitions and it takes it away from you, you pick who takes a shot.
The Cats movie, but every time you see something that would have been in the butthole cut, you take a shot. Because that was supposedly an actual thing. That terrible CGI Cats movie.
Alcoholism speedrun. You want an alcohol speedrun? Trust me,
No,
just go to
we
any
don't.
furry convention once. That'll show you an alcoholism speedrun.
Well, for you,
no, that's
especially-
100%. That's
on.
any furry convention. Just go to any furry party, and I promise you, you can watch some real sad stuff.
Oh, you guys haven't heard of the butthole cut? Yeah, no.
I
So
haven't
apparently, with that Cats movie, at the beginning of them making it, the CGI department decided that all of the cats needed to have a butthole because, you know, cats have buttholes that normally show when when they lift their tails, and then they X'd it midway through
because it's gross.
the CGI. But yeah, that exists out there somewhere. Sounds like a terrible idea. It's like watching the Schneider cut of superhero films where all you see is the feet. Anyway, but yeah, no, he would know specifically for the furry conventions. He's been to plenty of them.
Oh man, let me tell you. So I went to, oddly enough, weirdest one. I went to a room party at a furry convention, and don't ask me why. I don't understand. There were Klingons, and they were all speaking Klingon. I don't know Klingon, but I guess I challenged one of them to drink, and I beat them. Like, he, passed out on the floor, and I just go, fuck. I thought you guys could drink. And then we went to a communist party, literally afterwards, and the guy at the front door looks at me and he goes, "You some kind of mutant?" And I said, "You got booze in there? Come on in, comrade." The lady behind their little bar top just goes, "What do you want? You want vodka or you want the blue shit?" And I'm like, "I'm daring, give me the blue shit." I don't even know what the fuck I was drinking.
Why is
it glowed
blue?
in the dark?
Blue?
It glowed in the dark? I don't know what it was, but it was tasty.
It was probably some kind of gin, realistically.
It was not, and the room was
or
not
like
black light, but it was glowing.
Something mixed with tonic.
No, the room did not have black lights, and it was glowing.
Oh.
I don't know what it was,
no.
but it was good.
Well, hey, that's all that matters.
And I'm not dead.
So for him, let me just preface this. For him, going to a lot of these furry parties, he gets offered free drinks a lot because he is cute.
I didn't know this.
A lot of the guys,
but I'm okay with it.
Yeah, he didn't realize, but trust, he's cute. And so a lot of the guys would give him free stuff in hopes that he'd, want to hang out with them.
Funny story,
no,
I'm Ace,
he
it
just
doesn't
take the
work.
Drink and then sat there, yeah. He's just like, oh, cool, thanks. And then they'd get discouraged because he didn't actually say, like, he wanted to continue anything.
Oh, they would just keep buying me. No, they would keep buying me drinks. Like, the whole night.
And then they'd be like, what the fuck?
It went nowhere.
Literal face card, yeah. You're 100% right, Tabs. You don't know what that means, honey. It just means you've got a pretty face, and you can play that to get stuff.
Yes.
So, not only does he have face card, but he's also, like...
I'm really good at talking to people in person. I'm terrible online. Yeah, I would say I'm silver-tongued, for sure. I'm really good at it's probably why I'm good at my job.
Yeah, realistically, yeah.
But,
I don't think I'd get free drinks if I went with you to a con. I think
you,
I would...
You provide too much information.
Do I?
To strangers, yes. The idea to get free drinks is not... And it's fine. There's nothing wrong with talking too much. But the issue is...
Man.
No, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. So, the thing is, right, at least, is listening, right? Let everyone else talk, and then they think that you're this amazing, like, oh my god, you're such a good listener. Do you want a drink? Yes.
Yeah, but also the fact that you're cute helps. I don't think I'd get that.
Yeah, you just give them that kind of, like, goo-goo face, like you're, like, wow, that's so cool, and you just get free drinks all night.
But, see, when I tell people that I like what they're talking about, or I'm like, wow, that's really interesting.
No,
they
that's
don't
the thing.
think it is...
You don't say anything. You just look like you're interested. Let them do all the talking.
There used to be a gay bar that
Damn,
held
Black
furry
Blood. I'm
parties.
sorry. Oh yeah, no, they still do. It's called the Eagle, and it's in San Francisco. Happens every first Saturday or something like that. It's really fun.
Oh, Tabby,
So
no, stop it.
I think so too, but that's a different situation. So, no, so I 100% definitely, when I was in like my early 20s, when I first turned 21, hell, before that, what am I talking about? I never got carded, even when I was like 15, but gay bars, constantly, just free drinks all night. I would go to a gay bar and pay like $10 for cover and drink all night.
The first time that I really drank was with you. It was the first time I came down. I don't think... I've never had a hangover, and I've never gotten to the point where I felt like I was... Like, I've gotten drunk with you.
You wanna have a hangover? Go to a furry convention and just try and keep up. You will not keep up with me. I drank rather foolishly when I came down, but I could absolutely double down on that.
I mean, I've never been to a gay bar in general. I'd like to go, but I get nervous alone. I prefer to have somebody there that I know that I like that can talk to me. So I don't actually drink, really. I had never really drank up until I started hanging out with Kobold. And even then, oh my god, Black Blood. Blacked out in a field in the middle of nowhere. But, yeah, I don't drink, I don't go to bars, I don't really go out much.
I got so
feel
drunk,
like I'd be okay
I
if
broke a hotel toilet once with my ass.
You did. You've already told that story once on stream, but I don't know if Tabby heard it.
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard the story of how he broke a toilet, Tabby?
I will willingly tell that story. That hotel no longer exists, by the way, so I can freely say it without worrying about them coming after me.
A gay park? That sounds sick. There's gay bathhouses that I know of, but I wouldn't go to those either. Well, I mean, I guess I don't know.
There's nothing
what
that says you couldn't.
She hasn't heard it. Let's...
Okay, Tabby, so, long story short, imagine a wee 18-year-old kobold.
Twink.
Small, if you will. I had driven myself and two friends to Nevada to go to Biggest Little Fur Con, which was a small convention at the time. It's huge now. It was at the time when the theming was about hypnotic, Big Brother-esque kind of stuff, and there was this hypnotic liquid that you could drink literally just called liquid. So the night started young. I met up with a couple of my friends from college because I went to college out there, and I met up with one of my best friends from college's new boyfriend, who, for all things odd, dressed as a pirate, claimed he was a pirate, and I'm not talking about like because he's at a furry convention. No, he was a pirate. Was drinking from a straight up bottle of Kraken, which Kraken was new at the time. At least I think it was new. It was really popular, I guess, is a better way to put it. And he was drinking straight up out of that bottle the whole night, offering it to people, and it was just like, okay, all right, cool, whatever. I'm here to hang out with my friend. I didn't like the guy, and he was a total asshole. They broke up literally after that convention, so that you know. But so we went to a
that's the coffee room.
A convention room.
That's funny. It's cracking.
Where they were having a live band. And the band was Pepper Coyote, and
you can't. Tell her about what the songs
I can't
are.
Reference
it's not
the song.
appropriate.
I'm not allowed to reference the song.
No, it's not appropriate. I have to cut him off on that one.
All I'm gonna say is horse.
No.
Just the word horse.
Don't look
There's
it up,
nothing wrong
Tabby.
with that. Pepper coyote horse.
No,
You
don't
need
look
not,
it up.
You don't need, you don't need any more
Trust
than that.
you me, Tabby, don't look it up.
It is definitely rated rated R.
Rated R.
Anyway,
Rated X.
anywho, so in between the things, they had like a panel where they were asking questions, and specifically they said, if you can make us laugh, you can come up and drink as much liquor. You can come and get a drink from our table up at the front, any drink that you want. So, Rick and Morty had just come out. It was brand spanking new, and all of us stand up unanimously in the back of the thing, and they didn't call us. We just stood up and said, "Show us what you got!" And they just died laughing. We all came up, got a free drink, and this fucking pirate grabs this gallon of Captain Morgan and just, like, sumo stances and fucking downs the entire gallon. And we're all just looking at him like, holy shit. And even the people on the they were like, whoa, holy shit. Go. And he slammed the bottle down and he goes, that was pretty good. And then they asked us to leave. I wonder why.
Yeah, big question.
So we ended up going to like 10 different room parties. Again, remember, small kobold. Barely, like, the drinking that I'm used to is like wine coolers, like Smirnoff Ice and stuff like that. I had not yet been introduced to hard liquor. This was my first, like, hard liquor event.
First foray.
And
Soiree.
I was blasted. And we get to this room party, and this guy is pouring something out of a metal can. And he goes, keep in mind, the convention was liquid, was this hypnotic fluid, right? That was the theming of the convention. He goes, oh yeah, this is liquid. And he takes a clear Solo cup and fills it to the top with this, like, frothy green liquid. And I just go, alright, bet. And I drank it, and it tastes just like Mountain Dew. So here was me thinking, it's green, it's fizzy, it's just Mountain Dew. It was not Mountain Dew.
No.
It was not Mountain Dew.
Don't
I
do
had
that.
about, keep in mind, I'm already drunk, and I had about 20 or 30 of these things. Like, I kept coming back and drinking more, and I was like, this is really good stuff. What I can say is, I remember waking up downstairs at this, and it was in a casino, right? Because BLFC is in Reno. It takes place in the casino. I was in the public bathroom stall, not puking, just sleeping. I woke up, like, against the toilet, and I just go, how the fuck did I get down here? So, I come hobbling out, and my friend, who is, like, really worried about me, is like, oh my god, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, man. Yeah, I'm alright. And his new boyfriend's like, I like this guy, he can drink! And I'm like, uh-huh. Because at this point, like, I'm so drunk, like, I'm not puking yet, but, like, I know it's gonna come. I should have probably puked at that point, but I didn't, and I was just like, no, I'm good. I was just very passive because I was so messed up.
Tabby asks, did your face touch the toilet?
I don't know. I don't think so.
He
At
thinks
least
he
not
fell
that
by it.
toilet. Not that toilet, but I don't know.
But anyway,
So
you were at the point where you should have started puking.
yeah, no, I should have definitely. So I wasn't staying at the Con Hotel, right? Which is a big no-no. Don't never do that. I was staying at a hotel called the Sands, which unfortunately they're not there anymore. So, you know, whatever. They were dirt cheap though. It was like $20 a night in comparison to where the Con Hotel was like $200 a night. And the Sand, it was just a regular hotel. It was a little outdated. It still had like an old box TV from like the 90s. But I mean, it was okay, right? It was an okay hotel room if all you're doing is sleeping in it. So my friends that I drove to the hotel, they were recently like betrothed to each other. So they took my car hours ago to go back to the room and fuck. So I didn't have my car, so I couldn't leave even if I had wanted to before the drinking had started, and I didn't have a room key. So we get to the parking lot, and my friend goes and gets his car, and and the pirate's like holding me up, and he looks at me, and this is before my friend gets back with his car, and he goes, "Now you're not gonna puke in my girlfriend's car, right?" And I'm like, "No, I don't think so."
Oh God, here it comes.
And he goes, "Do you want me to make you puke before you go?" And I'm like, "No, I'm okay." And before I finished, he just full like sucker punches me square in the stomach. And the only thing I could think of is, "Thank you, sir. May I have some more?"
Not a good time. But he didn't puke.
I did not puke. And my friend had just pulled up when he did that. So he got out super pissed and just goes, "What the fuck? Why did you do that?" "I was just making sure he didn't puke in your car." And I'm like doubled over now, and I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna puke. I don't think I'm gonna puke, but I really hurt now. So he gets me in the car. We left the pirate at the hotel, the con hotel. Drive all the way back to my hotel, which is maybe a 10-minute drive. Hobbled all the way up to whatever floor I was on. I don't even remember. Got to the elevator, got to the room, knocked on the door. And as soon as we got to the door, and my friends answer the door, they see how fucked up I am, and they go, "Oh, God." I pushed my friend out of the way and just go straight in the bathroom and just...
I mean, he didn't do it in the car.
I didn't do it in the car.
But
I didn't
that's
lie.
physical damage, man.
Did
That's
not puke in the
probably
car.
Put you over.
I remember puking quite a bit, and then I don't remember. So apparently, I passed out next to the toilet. This is the part that was told to me by my friend. My other friend, the one that stole my car, essentially. I apparently puked a bunch of times, and then I passed out and then puked on the floor and was laying in the puke. And they cleaned up that mess and just left me on the cold floor to chill on my side. And I woke up, I want to say about 6 a.m. Apparently, I don't remember it. I really don't remember it. But I woke up at 6 a.m. and I go, "Why am I on the floor? How did I get back to the hotel?" Whatever. And I stand up thinking nothing's wrong, right? Because I, at this point, never been drunk in my life before. And my mortality immediately reminded me that you do not stand up very fast when you're drunk. And I fell back and slammed down onto the toilet seat of the toilet. And
I'm just grateful it was your
exploded.
Ass
It exploded. And here I am now sitting in the toilet bowl in a lot of pain, and I just go, "Oh, fuck." And the only thing I can think of is, "Oh, fuck, my deposit." So I get out, and I turn around, and I go, "Oh, man." And I'm like, "Oh, man." And then I get this brilliant drunk idea. I start putting all the pieces of the broken toilet seat together like a jigsaw puzzle, and I propped it up perfectly, drunk perfectly, mind you, because I'm thinking it looks great, probably looked bad. And I left it like that because I'm thinking, when my friends get up to go to the bathroom, they're going to think they did it. So I hobble into the bathroom, or into into my bed, and I lay down, and not 2 seconds later, the friend that let me in the door gets up to go to the bathroom, and I'm thinking, he's not gonna know. They're never gonna know. And, like, he just goes, fuck. Baby broke the fucking toilet. And I'm like, shit. And I like, made sure my eyes were, like, tightly closed. I'm like, shit. They know. I'll just pretend to be asleep. So, you would think it ends there. It does not.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So, I sleep for like 2 hours and then wake up because I have to drive home now. I'm hungover as hell. I'm like, my friend's girlfriend, who was the one he called to, was at the time about 100 pounds, maybe. And I just go, you have to take the fall. She just goes, what? You have to take the fall for me. I need my deposit back. It's like $80. What do you mean I have to take the fall? Just say you sat down to, like, tie your shoe or something and it blew up. And she goes, fuck. All right, fine. So we go down to the security office, and she's, like, limping, right? And I'm trying my best, because I am actually limping. I'm trying my best not to limp so it doesn't look bad. And she tells the security guy, and I think they were more worried that we were going to sue them, and they said, no, don't worry about the security deposit. Don't worry. You'll get that back. That's no problem. Yeah, I drove home 3.5 hours with the worst hangover of my life, and she didn't talk to me for like a week because she was pissed I made her do that. But moral of the story, lie and get your deposit back.
Yeah. Also, moral of the story is,
don't drink liquid.
Maybe-
Don't drink mysterious green liquid from a can if you don't know what it is.
Cool.
Underage drinking
And
is fine as long as you do it
No.
supervised.
You can tell who the dad is here. Underage drinking is not cool. Do not do it. Drink responsibly, like he does know how to now, where you drink water in between and you don't just coast on the alcohol the whole night.
Well, okay, well.
I'm right on that one. You can't even fight me on that one. That was dumb.
Now, see, when I had first got my government job, that's a different story.
You know
Let's just say I went to a grand opening to one of my friend's local bars, and I know what La Blanca Azul tastes like. The nasty tequila with the bell, because I bought the whole damn bottle for the bar.
Yeah, you shouldn't have.
Those were like $100 shots.
It was awful.
I spent like $1,000 that night at a dive bar.
Being stupid is expensive. Let this be a lesson.
So drunk. I was so drunk. We went from we cleared out their entire top shelf of every liquor they had. I started with whiskey, went to gin, then to vodka, then to tequila.
Bad idea.
Oh man.
Terrible idea.
That was fun though. I puked in their parking lot, I think. And then I was fine the next morning. Like legitimately, my friend was out for the count for like 3 days. And he don't drink. He tried to keep up with me, mistake, and he was legitimately fucked up for like 3 days. I woke up the next morning and was like, y'all have some Alka-Seltzer? And they gave me an Alka-Seltzer. I drank it. Like 20 minutes later, I was up. Alright, I think I'm gonna go home. I feel fine. And they were like, you're okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. He was not. He was...
No.
He was like... Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. He has.
I have a very
For better
strong
or for
constitution.
Well, you had stronger before.
Oh yeah, before
Worldwide
COVID.
events shut down everything.
Yeah, I stopped going to cons and I stopped going to parties and I stopped
And
socially
now it's
drinking
started
because you
hitting him a lot
couldn't.
more.
Well, less so, but it's definitely hitting me a little bit more because I haven't been to a convention really since COVID. They moved the convention that I normally go to, BLFC, to October 31st, and I'm like, dude, I'm not going to a con on Halloween. I'm
Yeah.
not. Either I'm going to Disneyland or I'm doing something else. I'm not going to a con on Halloween.
It's a bummer. They shouldn't have moved it. I felt bad. That was the con that we were supposed to originally meet each other at, and then
Correct.
everything got shut down, and then I ended up asking you out, and then things worked out.
Yeah, that worked out.
Yeah,
But no,
it worked
so
out just fine.
Yeah, no, so I remember putting down an entire pint of wild turkey on New Year's one time and still being able to drink more and thinking, maybe I should stop.
Yeah. And he's backed off a lot on it. I helped.
And the cool
I mean,
thing
it
is,
wasn't ever really
the
a
cool thing is,
problem for
I sound like I have a problem, and I actually don't. And I've done testing on that. I went 3 months without drinking just to see if I could, and it was like not a single urge to drink. So
Yeah. We monitor.
like I didn't even like crave the taste at all. I like the taste of alcohol. I just don't crave it, which is great. Which means I'm not an alcoholic.
Yeah, always a good thing to make
I
sure
can definitely go without. It does not bother me if I have it or if I don't. I will say it definitely opens me up, and I can talk a lot easier, especially on streams. But
even then, you're having, like, maybe a shot.
yeah, I'm having a shot that's watered down. Funny story for
In, like, a
anybody who
big
actually
glass of
wants to
ice.
drink whiskey. You're supposed to drink it like you drink absinthe, with a little bit of sugar and water, or at the very minimum with water. It changes the flavor of whiskey, and I use ice because, well, okay, it depends. So I like a good whiskey. You drink neat. It's wrong if you don't. But if you're gonna drink like a cheap whiskey, put ice in it because it'll make it taste less bad. Especially if you drink scotch. Well,
the science
that's
behind
actually so. The science behind that is at a colder temperature, your taste buds can't get the same flavors.
Yeah, it's true. Food will taste different cold than it does hot. It just changes the receptors that activate on your tongue when you eat it. It's why, like,
You can also
hot soda
refrigerate
doesn't
liquor as
taste
well.
good, but cold soda tastes refreshing. Or like how different tea tastes when it's hot or cold.
Exactly,
It's a completely
Black
different
Blood.
experience.
Exactly. I have one exception to that. I absolutely adore Sailor Jerry, and I absolutely adore Wild Turkey. Both are very cheap, horrible whiskey and rums. I like them. I have a problem though.
Oh, you don't. But you have a love for whiskey. And yeah, that's
Good
true. That is
whiskey.
why Dairy Queen uses a specific temperature for their ice cream, because otherwise it doesn't taste as good. It's why with tea, it tastes different than hot than it does iced. And same thing with most foods. Like, they'll taste, a lot of times if it's colder, it'll numb certain taste buds, so you can't get specific flavors. It's, I don't know, I think it's interesting. It's part of gastronomy. Have you gotten all of those cut out, honey?
I sure have.
What kind of nasty flavor is in whiskey? The alcohol.
Well, no, not necessarily.
'Cause if you have it
so,
colder-
depending on how cheap the whiskey is, you could get a lot of like back flavors from old barrels. You could get
Bad wood.
very like almost like a rotten wood taste. You can get a rotten peanut taste. It depends on how it's made, how many times it's filtered. There's a lot of science behind it. Expensive whiskey. Funny story, it's actually worth it. Unless you're like a proper alcoholic and you have a problem and you're just in it for the alcohol, I genuinely recommend just buying a good whiskey. There's no reason to drink bad whiskey. Unless you're
Even
really
if you
trying
don't
to
drink
get
very
fucked
often,
up.
having something good that actually you
Now,
like the taste
there is a
of,
counter to that. There is a counter to that.
there is a high
After
limit.
you've had so many, switch to a cheap whiskey because your taste buds are still going to be stuck thinking you're drinking an expensive whiskey.
A little hack.
Yeah, hack your brain. on, if
Oh.
Elon Musk can do it, why can't you?
Tabby, looking at my PNG, it reminded me. I just wanted to check with you and make sure, because we had this whole conversation on Tuesday when we had our other stream with, when me and Kobold had our last stream, of he thought that my PNG here had a bit too much Riz,
Yeah,
and so I had to change it around a
You
lot.
can order a whiskey with a beer back, and you get 2 drinks for free.
I had to change it a lot because he said that it looked like I was flirting, and I just wanted to. I appreciate that you thought it looked cheeky, but he said that I looked like I had too much Riz, and then we had a whole poll in May's server in like a secret little channel to talk about what the best version of it was. I was like, I don't know, man.
Focal,
My character
do you
just
not
looks
know, you really
like
don't
that.
know that? So if you go to a bar, and you're going with... Okay, so there's 2 things. One, never, ever, ever pay for soda at a bar. It's a ripoff.
Yeah, you can always get a Coke back.
You can do what's called a back. So a back is you can have any soda that you would like with any drink that you like. So if you want to buy, let's say I want a beer with a Coke back, they'll give you a bottle of beer and a glass of Coke.
Yep. And then you get 2 drinks, and it's
And
just
you
the
get
price of
2
the
drinks. Now,
alcohol.
if you are ordering a higher proof alcohol, if you order a whiskey, you can get what's called a beer back. And you can get a beer for free. So if you go with a friend, and y'all are broke, you can order a glass of whiskey with a beer back, and you both drink for one price.
I don't know what he was worried about. Tabby's
No,
just like, was
okay.
worried about you rizzing.
All right.
Part of
No,
it, he said
so
that he
I
thought
was
it was me
I was
rizzing you.
worried that... No, it wasn't that. I wasn't worried about that. I was worried that it was going to put off the wrong feel, and I didn't want you or chat to get uncomfortable.
Oh. But I mean,
Wait,
it's just
is
fair.
this really not a known thing? Do people not know
No,
that you can
people
order
don't know
backs?
because people don't go to bars
Oh my
very
God.
often.
Am I just old? Am I gonna have to teach these youngsters how to
It's-
drink? Holy shit!
It's not a thing that people do, really. Because it's not advertised, because then the
Okay.
bar loses out on the extra money from
All
the
right.
extra drink.
So, when you go to a bar with your friends, you know you're fucked up, and you know you need to have water, but you don't want to look like a square. What do you order? Pop quiz, everybody. What do you order? You don't order water. That's the first thing. You don't order water. What is the drink you order?
You also don't order an angel shot.
Wrong.
No, I said you don't.
You order... Nope. Do not... You order a blue dolphin.
Oh.
Every bartender knows what a blue dolphin is. It is a glass of fucking water. But it makes you not look like you're a square. It makes you think, oh, he's having another drink. Fuck yeah. It's a bad joke. Angel shots are stupid.
No, an angel shot is a legitimate thing. You don't know about it, clearly. So an angel shot is actually if you feel like you are being hit on or threatened by somebody in the club and you feel like you are genuinely in danger, you can go to the bar and ask for an angel shot. And that is letting the bar know that somebody is fucking with you and you may be in danger and need help. So they can either contact police for you, or they can have their bodyguard escort whoever is fucking with you out.
I see. I
And,
usually
and
just go
that
to
works
security.
too if you think that somebody is drugging someone. It is an
And
important thing to know.
to be fair, Blackblood, you don't order backs, so I understand why you never order water at a bar.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an important thing to know, though. Knowing angel shots, knowing how to ask a bartender if they can keep an eye on your drink for you, or how to double
Well, that's
check
easy. You
that
just put your
everything is cool.
you put your coaster on top of it.
Assuming they have coasters.
Most bars do because they don't want to ruin the wood. Either a coaster or a napkin, they put something down.
Yeah, majority of people don't know about blue dolphins.
Yeah, I know. But it's an old Navy thing.
So who gives a shit about looking like a square? You're drinking water. Oh. I think I'd prefer to just go with people that I trust, like you. I don't think I'd go to a bar otherwise. I've never been to a bar otherwise.
I love going to dive bars.
I go to
great.
restaurants by myself sometimes. That's kind of nice. But, yeah.
It's okay.
Your drink's name is now Jude.
Yes, I'd like to order a Hey Jude. Comes with a
Makes you
tab
feel
of
really
LSD.
Oh no. Makes you feel really depressed at the start, and then the LSD kicks in, and then you're like,
I know you meant just. I'm just... See, this is an effective conversation because we're at the back of a tavern. I'm just saying.
This is
Tabby,
true.
we're
This
in the
is
back
on
of your
brand.
tavern. This is...
On brand. I'm teaching Tabby about angel shots. I'm teaching people what not to do.
I'm teaching what you should do and ignore him.
Okay, guys, I'm the designated driver on this. I will drive the cart home.
We're not driving. Everyone gets to drink.
Well, we gotta go somewhere after this. It closes at some point.
It's a tavern. I don't... Okay, genuine historical question. Did taverns have it like we close at 2 a.m.? Like...
Yes, they did close.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. Actually, don't do LSD. It's a bad idea.
Don't do LSD.
It was a joke because John Lennon and Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Maybe actually, you know what? Maybe y'all don't know. Okay, you know what?
A lot of people don't know the Beatles, babe. I regret to inform you, but you grew up like it was the 1950s.
Okay, hold on. The Beatles
It
were
wasn't
the
the
60s.
1950s. Yeah, I know, but you grew up
The Beatles were the 60s.
raised
Hold
like
on.
it was a different time.
Okay, well, arguably 58 to... Anyway.
Either way.
I have a signed copy of their first album.
I love you. That you should know. But,
Man, Focal, I'm so sorry. Keystone Light is not an acceptable beverage. Neither is Pabst.
okay, you take your time, Fogle. Be careful on the way back. Don't fall over. Don't break no toilets. Because you don't have to worry your deposit. You gotta worry about your actual housing. A bush. Okay, well, just don't fall in too far. Might wake up in the Shire. Faye'll take you away. Wear a helmet. Very good, Tabby. Oh, he was talking about Bush Light. I see. I thought he was talking
No,
about pissing
he
in the
wasn't
bush.
talking about Bush Light. He was saying
I'm
he's
only Bush.
buzzed. I'm only buzzed. That's funny.
I'm only bushed.
Yeah,
That's gotta
no.
be a new term.
Okay,
That's
so
fine.
yeah, counterpoint to what I said before. I know I said I'm only afraid of two things. I don't fuck with the Fae.
Nah, the Fae
I
is
might be a
not-
kobold, but I don't fuck with the Fae.
We know
We ain't
about
friends.
I did tell them so on the collab that I did with Tabby. I told them all about the deer that you got to touch that guided you in the mountains that day.
Oh yeah, that happened.
It was pretty sick. That big stag.
It was
let you touch his
like an
nose.
8-point buck.
Yeah, crazy. I'm glad I did my altar thing for you.
I
that
did
day.
not
feel like
know-
that helped.
Because the only leather I've ever touched that was deer was like skinned, right? So I didn't know that deer fur was so coarse.
Yeah, it's really rough.
It kind of feels like a rough paintbrush.
Yeah,
It's weird.
it's what brushes were made of. A lot of the softer brushes are normally like chinchilla or there's other furs that
Horse.
are used, but yeah.
Horse mane.
No, horsehair is for a stiffer brush.
Yeah, it's
Horsehair
stiff
is
but
also
soft,
used as
but
a
yeah.
bow for.
Oh yeah, no, I don't fuck with fey traps. They're for sure. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, fairy circles. Not fun.
Yeah, big
It's
clearings
like
in the middle of the
circles of
woods.
mushrooms.
That's a good way to get. Either you're gonna run into a rake or you're gonna run into the fey. I don't fuck with that shit.
Well, you'll run into a staircase. You know about that.
Oh yeah, that's a story for another day.
Yeah. Not tonight. You'll get too spooked.
But I have a spooky staircase in the forest, creepy glowing eyes story. So
I have ghost stories that he won't let me tell because he gets too scared when I talk about them because they happen to me. We'll talk about those another time, though. It's getting too close.
When
to
Halloween
bedtime, and
comes.
he'll get nightmares. That's true. We can do a Halloween stream, and we could make everybody get spookied.
I'll have to come up with like a track specifically for it and find a maybe I'll commission you for to do a different background, and we'll just do like a spooky tavern.
You don't pay me for my work. I give it to you because you're my boyfriend.
I pay you occasionally.
Very occasionally.
No, but when it's like business stuff, I pay you.
Okay.
I do.
In Asia, summer is spooky time. Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I got bad news for you. This is America.
But yeah, no, I'm sure you've been able to tell by this point, Tabs. But when I have a friend or a partner, I generally just kind of do art. I don't really ask for anything for it. It's a bad habit of mine, but like, I don't know.
To be fair, I give you things too. I give you that laptop bag, and I've given you.
You gave me my ram skull.
I did make you a ram skull too.
You made me make a pattern to put on the top of it, which is cool.
Yeah, I didn't even tell you what that was for.
No, but I definitely drew some cool ones.
Yeah.
I want another tattoo. I talked about it a little with Tabby, but I want another tattoo. Welcome back.
Go
Focal.
for
I'm
it,
glad
but
you
no
made it
face
back safe.
tattoos.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna get any face tattoos. No, let me just tattoo my eyelids.
Yeah, I just
My
want a
waterline
full
specifically.
face of the
No.
Can't say that word.
I want an aquarium, a 1990s aquarium tattooed on my stomach. It's great. The fish don't move, but it's fine.
If I eat enough sushi, they do.
Oh no. You've been mixing the rum with milk, and you've also got beer. But no, I don't want a 1990s aquarium. I have a lot of tattoos that I want to get. I couldn't get some of them.
Don't forget
for
to
a
get
couple
that
of
really
reasons.
big Butch Hartman foot tattoo.
No, I don't want a Fairly Odd Parrots foot tattoo. That'd be gross. But I have all kinds of tattoos that I want. I have like a whole sleeve planned for my right arm. I kind of have an idea for what I'd want on my other arm. I want a chest piece. I think a manta ray tattoo would be really cute, Blister. I think that would be sick. I like tattoos. I feel like they don't have to have like a super deep meaning. As long as you enjoy them and they make you feel good, I feel like it's good. Oh.
Listen,
well, I don't want to talk about
Focal,
that.
I
body
realize
mod
you're
'cause-
home, and I realize you're not going anywhere, but
Please be careful. Bud.
real talk, dog, you should probably have some water.
You should probably.
The
wait
beer's
out
fine,
and
but
have
you
some
should
water.
probably have at least a glass of water.
I want more tattoos.
Look, I enjoy over drinking as much as the next person, but for hangover's sake, you should probably have a water. It's getting late.
Especially since you're already feeling sick.
Good. That's all I care about. Carry on.
Nice job, honey. I'm glad you're checking it out. Good job. That was a good thing. Sometimes you teach people bad things, but that was a good thing.
Correct. I do all kind. What do you mean? I do all kinds of good things. Like when you dig up a specific type of blue rock, you're supposed to melt it immediately.
No, you create arsenic if you melt cobalt. This is incorrect.
Listen, there's a reason I'm a kobold.
You know how to care for fish and turtles, kind of.
Yeah.
I'm glad Romeo's calmed down.
He has not.
No, he's still running
He
around.
is not. That
The
turtle.
little fucker's still running around
It does.
everywhere.
He does know when to turn in for the night.
That's good. But he's... Oh, yeah, don't microwave... Hey, fun fact, in case anybody doesn't know...
Hold
I
on.
don't
What
think
happens
know
when you
how.
microwave grapes?
When you microwave grapes, it creates pure plasma. Do not do that.
I happen to have a whole vine of grapes
No.
in my backyard.
No. No. But yeah, Romeo is still hanging in there. So are the rest of them. I'm glad that you still see Romeo around, and I'm glad that he's safe. How are your fish doing it? Lost any of them?
No, they're fine.
Good.
Koi are pretty resilient, as long as they don't get eaten by raccoons.
I wish it was on stream, but a couple weeks ago we had...
Oh my god, I got jump scared by a family of possums.
He thought that, like, a ghost had made his room
I
shake or
didn't
something.
think a ghost. I thought somebody was
thought it was
climbing
a
around
ghost.
on my roof.
Because all you could hear was...
What am I, Tim the ghost hunter? I went out with a
That's what you said
firearm.
you
I'm not
wanted to
gonna.
do.
I'm not gonna. What am I gonna do? What? You can't shoot a ghost. You can shoot a rake, but you can't shoot a ghost. Okay. And this ain't no skinwalker. All right. This is a
skinwalker.
exactly.
But no, it turned out to be a family of possums. It was like
It was a
mama
family of
possum and
possums
then, like,
climbing across my roof, and they're like brand new newborns hanging off the mother, and like a couple were like crawling behind it. Adorable.
And then one of them
And
came up to
then
your door.
the following night, I had my screen door open, and I
That's
just
funny,
and
Black
the
Blood.
light came on, and I just see this little itty bitty possum, like maybe
Just one of the
that big, like pressed up against the screen, looking in, and I was just like, "Oh my god, I could just take you," and then it ran off.
You're like, I can't have you, but I want you.
I'm not legally allowed to own a marsupial in California. Stupid fucking
Yeah. Possums are marsupials.
stupid law.
In fact, they do have a pouch. And no, we are not allowed
Stupid
to
law.
have them.
I'm not
or
allowed to
ferrets
have
in
them
California.
or crows, which makes me very angry because I want a pet crow.
No ferrets, no crows, no marsupials. So no
However, I
possums.
can make friends with the wild crows very easily.
You're my friend now. We're having soft tacos later.
Funny story. I have a lot of friends with the animals in the neighborhood because I feed them. And I don't mean the cats because allergic. They get rehoused immediately. I catch them, and I take them to the shelter. It's a no-kill shelter,
Yeah.
for everybody wondering. It's a no-kill shelter, and they immediately. But
It's just
anytime I
against the law in
catch
Cali.
a possum, a raccoon, or a skunk, I rehouse the raccoons in a different area so that the possums and skunks are safe. But I release the possum. I just immediately release them. There's a skunk in my neighborhood, or actually I think a few of them, that I've caught many, many times. They don't even spray me anymore. I just let them out. I give them a piece of an avocado, and they run away.
Yeah. They like your avocados.
They absolutely do. The possum let me pet it for a little bit before it ran away, which was fun. Possums are very soft.
They are. And they're nice. They don't bite. They prefer to play dead. They can be stinky when they play dead, though. But
They don't have the ability to carry rabies, though.
no, because their internal body temperature is too low, so it kills off the ability for rabies to live inside of them.
And they do eat ticks. That is correct.
They eat ticks, yes. And they also eat fleas.
I really wish they ate mosquitoes.
I wish they did, too.
Frankly, I wish that I could genocide mosquitoes. They do
Evidently,
not provide
they are
anything.
pollinators.
I don't care. There's plenty of other pollinators. They do not provide anything to the ecosystem that matters.
Me too, Tabby. I get it. You too, though. Well, I don't know if you sweat from social anxiety. You just kind of shut down.
Yeah, well, okay, so I get a
I
fight.
just sweat
I get
overall. I'm
I get
fine.
fight or flight when I'm in person, and it usually ends up me being just super social. Online, I definitely get the anxiety because I cannot at all talk. Like, I'll type up a message and it'll immediately be deleted.
It's because you sit there and then you overthink your message and you never hit send.
Right, because I think it sounds stupid, and then I just delete it.
Yeah. I feel like I'm good at talking to people. I feel like I don't have that. I think I just sweat overall. I mean, you can
I'm just
attest.
really good
I'm
at
just
lying.
I'm just a warm-bodied person. You can attest for that. I sweat anyway. I'm a mobile heating unit for you. But
I genuinely am cold-blooded though, so like
Yeah.
that's incredibly nice. Funny story, medical marvel. I have lower than regular body temperature. Regular body temperature is what, 98.5 or whatever. I run 94 to 96.
I'm normally like 96.
But I'm not anemic, which is weird.
I was anemic. I was so anemic, in fact. Oh, yeah, Tabby's
Yes.
wondering, your social anxiety makes you more social?
Well, only in person. But
Oh.
yes.
But it's because he did years of teaching himself to...
So that comes with a very sad story, Tabby. So the reason I do that, I used to be a full-on hermit. I used to not go out. I used to not do anything. When I was 17, turning 18, legally speaking, he was my cousin, but he was basically like raised by my parents. My cousin, who was close to me like a brother, got into an accident riding home on his motorcycle where a construction truck ran him over. And he was very much the opposite of me. And he was the reason I ever went out anywhere, because he would always say, hey, let's go do this, let's go do that, let's go do this. And I was like, okay, yeah. And he was my turning point for changing how I was. So when he had passed, I kind of made a vow to myself that I would be that outgoing person. I would hold that torch essentially.
Because
Right, because he wasn't able to anymore. So that was my my kind of turning point. So I do still get the social anxiety, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna die one day and it's gonna be gone. So fuck it. I'm just gonna do it.
he's worked very hard to be able to be as social as he is. It's hard online. I will say.
Online, I still
He
struggle.
takes a long time to get talking. But when he's able to verbally speak, it's a lot easier for him, which is why he's a bit more social on these streams. You may not hear him ever talking in chats, or in the comments, or
I even
just
struggle
in
to like
servers in
join
general.
Discord servers, like, because I feel really weird, not because I'm not seeing the person I'm talking to, right? So I don't want to just jump into a conversation, because then I'm like, oh, they're gonna think I'm fucking rude. This is wild.
But it's why
so-
I've been inviting him to your server, Tabby, and to May's server, so that he can.
Frankly
talk to
speaking,
people.
Tabby, you're the reason, really, that I started streaming. Like,
Yeah,
I watched
I
some of your
introduced
streams,
him to
and
you.
I was like, oh, I like this. This looks like something I could do. And I was mentioning it earlier that I always wanted to get into YouTube, and I felt really awkward in front of a camera. And this setup, this kind of idea of VTubing, I never thought I could get into it, but I was able to watch this, like what you do, where you're doing art on stream, and it's like, okay, wait a minute, I don't have to show myself, other than, obviously mine's a little bit more physical than what you do with the digital art, but it's really kind of what was my pushing point of, okay, I'm gonna try that, I can do that.
Yeah. And I wanted to help him get into it, which is why I helped him make his PNG. Yeah. Oh, honestly, I don't think I've ever seen him in a public Discord server until I introduced him to yours, Tabby, and then he worked up the courage to want to join into Maze. So, this is like a big thing. You're very important to both of us. As is May.
That's why I've kind of
And-
adopted the back of the
Tavern.
tavern to be, my domain.
Yeah. So,
Especially since it's always after hours after you guys stream, so.
yeah. And I mean, I've always
And
been
I
a pretty social
don't
person.
mind if people can't come, because I get that I stream kind of late in general. Like in the EU it's like super late, and here it's like it's still pretty late. I just don't get off work, and like this is usually the soonest I can get on.
But this gives him a little way to be social after work in a place that's not customer service, that he's able to just relax a bit, which is why I've been trying to help him get back into it after having to go away for a bit. I feel like you've really been blossoming quite a bit in regards to how you've been interacting on stream, and I'm really proud of you. I love you. I'm proud of you for taking a step to get yourself out there and show off your work, because people really do like it.
Yeah,
and they
this
like you.
definitely helps.
Yeah, but I mean, even then, you were talking about how you're looking forward to stream because you actually enjoy it.
And I have an actual like game plan of what to do now, so it wasn't like, what do I do today? What do I do today? Having a calendar is like a really big.
I've been helping him set up one. So we've got it set up in a Google Doc, and we've got all the ideas of what we want to do, and we'll just be filling out the calendar.
Now, well, we know when we're gonna stream. We don't know exactly what's gonna be on it, but I have a list of most important to like personal projects.
Right. But we have a list of things that we are able to do. So we can do polls, and we can do things like that to ask people what they'd like to see. And I mean, we can switch it up throughout. You don't have to stay on one project forever, and then we can just come back to it.
Well, I'm glad you think so, Tabby.
Yeah, we're happy to have you. We're happy to have all of you.
Frankly,
you
yeah.
So
I'm glad that everybody shows up, and we're just here to have a good time, and it's fun.
Yeah, nice little group. I'm proud of you. I love you. I know you're shy. You don't have to say it back. I get it. But, yeah. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? I forgot. I forgot what I was going to say. Drag it. Hey now, careful, that's close.
Dragging these. Nope.
Aw, a D's nuts joke. Wow. That's great. Oh, honey. It's 10:30.
It is 10:30.
I've unfortunately agreed that
I
have to set a bedtime,
I
otherwise
have
he's
a-
gonna stay on stream forever.
I am having a great time. I'm loving the conversation, but I did finish my work about 20 minutes ago for tonight, and technically speaking, my stream cutoff is supposed to be 10 o'clock, so
We gave you a little.
we definitely pushed a
Just
little
'cause you're
past
special.
it.
But for now, though, we should probably be signing off. It's been a wonderful stream, though. We've been glad to have all of you, and I'm happy you've been here, Tabby. It's been nice to see you.
Yeah, it's been great having you guys here. Anytime anytime you want to stop by, feel free.
Always at the back of the tavern. Even when we're not streaming, if you ever want to.
Yeah, and anytime anybody needs to, like, I may not be able to reply immediately just because I'm probably at work, but, if anybody ever needs me or has any ideas they want to share, feel free to reach out. I don't mind. Or questions, yeah. Yeah. And as much as I don't really, as much as I don't really broadcast it, I do. Same as far, I also take commissions on work. So if you ever needed some sort of leather good or whatever,
yeah, or if anybody's interested in a bag or a piece of leatherwork, just let us know. He is always open.
I'm always
We've
open,
got
and
supplies.
I'm pretty reasonable on prices, especially if you hit me with hey, you told me to come here shit, and then I'm like, okay, all right, you win.
It's fine, Black Blood. I just read it as love your streams. You sound like you had a bit of an accent. You're fine. And I know Blister. We're always happy to have you.
Yeah, I've got 1 million dice bags.
We do have a lot of them already prepped. We do hats. We
I
do
just don't
bags,
have
we
them.
do
I don't
backpacks.
have them. We have a price list on those, right? I forget. But
I believe so.
like I didn't set the price for these, so y'all can't get mad at me. I'm not allowed to set the prices for things. I undervalue things.
Yes, especially when he's quoting it for something that somebody else does.
Yes.
Like me.
As for specifically you, Tabby, there's a different situation with that. I am making
I may
some.
have discussed with her.
Okay, good, because I am making some and I wanted to do something for you as well. I am. No one's allowed to tell her. I'm making something for May. I am making a secret project for May. That
You
will
cannot say more.
I'm not going to
Not
say more,
allowed.
but
Good boy.
in the future there may be a secret project for you. But the issue is like I understand that you more than likely do not wish to have your information out there. So we can work out how you could acquire said object,
If
if
you so wish.
if you so wished. So we'll
If not, we'd probably just keep
we'll
it.
work that out in the future.
Yeah.
But yeah, no one, you aren't allowed to tell May anything.
Nope. Everybody's got to have lips zipped. Otherwise, you get put in the timeout corner. Papa Far has to step in and put you in timeout.
Yeah. You have the power to do that in both chats.
True. I should in yours as well if you'll mod me.
I
I will teach you how to do that, don't worry.
yes. Oh, I'm not. This is killing me. I hope y'all know.
Yeah, he has like.
I
anxiety
messaged
over
May and
not
I'm just
being
like,
able to talk about secrets.
I want to tell you. And May's
that's
like,
why we're
I want you
recording
to
it so
tell
you
me, and
can
I'm
tell
like,
people.
but I'm not allowed to.
Crying in the corner. I want to tell you so bad, but Farley told me no. Yeah. All right, honey. Well, we've got to sign off here
Yep.
for the night.
All right, so this
Thank
is
you
us
all
out.
for
So I
hanging out
appreciate
with
everybody
us.
for popping in, and we'll see you again next week.
Yeah.
Because we're
Everybody
gonna
make
be
sure you stay-
streaming from hopefully from now on Tuesdays to Thursdays.
Yeah, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Otherwise, I'll message and say, cancel for whatever reason if I'm sick or if I've got something that's happening. And then we may push that to like a different day or whatever. But I plan on streaming at least 2 times a week from this point going forward. So
Make sure you guys stay hydrated, eat plenty of food, get plenty of rest, and that goes for you, Tabby. You better not stay up too late.
keep drinking. And
No. And we'll see you guys all next week.
absolutely.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.
What's